I got the juice like a snow cone. Ice in my veins and a cold flow. I'm getting cash overseas by the boatload. You wanna ride my wave? That's a no-go. Senoritas going loco. Make it bounce like a pogo. All my haters see rojo. They big mad cause they coming up short like Frodo. Activate the beast mode. I keep it hot, give your brain a heat stroke. You ain't a big shot, you some basic B-roll. The world is mine like my name's Pacino. Hey, it's Nico, I guess I'm back. Catch me in the fast lane on the right track. And my shorty is a 10 like a dime bag. Got me feeling like a milli, check the price tag. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, ain't no time for piss stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, it's my style. No time for daydreams. All my brothers get money, we call it gangrene. Just another day, but our focus still on the same thing. Us against everyone else, I recommend you change teams. Who the hottest in the city? We the top two. You said your music was litty, but that is not true. Just being honest, you should really just stop, fool. Matter of fact, empty no pockets, give me that watch too. My mind is wicked, that's why I spit it so hostile. Freaky girls in the crib, it's like I live in a brothel. All I spit is Leviticus, but I'm not an apostle. My nuts hang low, long and they colossal. Black trader black, she messiah to the misfits. Run circles, run these rappers to my shin splits. You a little late to the party, baby, I been lit. If you ain't on the friend list, you better mind your business. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, ain't no time for piss stop. Got the party jumping like crisscross. Got the gold chain and the wristwatch. Pull up on the scene like a big shot. EDM and hip hop, it's my style.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Latin Tunez, and we back. It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been anticipated. Y'all been asking. Y'all been wondering where the fuck I've been at. I've been gone. I've been trying to get this shit right. I've been working. I've been trying to fucking get the software working on my new computer and shit, right? But we here. We motherfucking did it. Shit's working, and we got a motherfucking banger for y'all today. Chris Spencer, what it do, my boy? Appreciate you for tuning in, Brody. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. We got a heavy hitter for y'all today, man. We got a crazy show. We want y'all to get to know these guys. Y'all already heard of them in the city. Y'all been seen them in the city. So y'all know who both of these guys are. So without, y'all know I don't like doing too much of the intro bullshit. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my dog in, man. Shout out to the guard, Code Red.
What's good, man?
What's up, my boy? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm definitely good, man. Just living, working, you know, trying to get it done, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I appreciate you for joining us, man. I think you last time you was on the show was the verses, if I'm not right. If I'm right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I appreciate you for coming back, man.
Oh yeah,
man.
Nothing but love for it.
Hey, and you know, I seen the video of you on the debut, bro. That's dope, brother. You did your thing on there, man. You want to talk a little bit about that before we get into the show?
Well, you know, it was just really a lot of people think I was doing it, you know, I was trying to blow up or something like that. But the biggest thing for any tips for anybody doing that is it's really about, you know, what you do afterwards, the after effect. So, you know, going in there, people have high expectations or whatnot, but it's all about presentation, how you present it and how you follow up with everything. You know what I'm saying? But when I went down there, it was real. It was real genuine. You know, you get in there and they had drinks and they had the TV, the monitor up, and they were playing, you know, previous people from the debut show, which was really dope. I think I was sitting next to Revenue Rob, you know, down there before we actually, you know, went upstairs. Um, the fascinating part about it, I learned a lot from it. Because when I went upstairs, you know, I thought it was something major. You know what I'm saying? That you would walk into a room, you would see a whole bunch of stuff going on and stuff like that. But it was really creative because they had like a backdrop and then they had like two cameras, you know what I'm saying? So they could catch different angles. And you would think paying that kind of money, you know, $700, you're getting some like high definition. But it's really about how they capture it and how they assemble it. So really, you
Work
were
behind
paying for,
the video, yeah. The
yeah,
work
you
behind
were
the video,
paying
yeah.
for the how they put it together afterwards, needless to say.
Yeah.
Which looking at the video, you think like it's like something really big, you know what I'm saying? But really it was something very creative, something somebody could create in their mind, and it really opened my mind to see that, you know, you can create anything if you just have the right vision for it. But other than that, when I went down there and I did the performance, meeting Ivy and everything like that, she's really genuine, really down to earth. You know, she's not the type of person that makes anybody nervous or anything like that. You
Yeah.
know, and just doing the performance, you know, it was like it's like second nature to me. So
Oh yeah, for sure, for
I've
sure.
done it here so much, and they prepared
Yeah.
me so much for it that it didn't even really
It won't
phase me.
nothing to you when you got there to do it. No,
Yeah.
that's facts. Yeah, that's facts.
So I'm grateful for the veil being hard on me. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely did your thing, brother. I'm gonna let you know that. You definitely. I sat down. I saw the video, man, and you know me. I wasn't too more about the oh, he's on the debut. I was more like, oh, yo, my guy is out there doing what he got to do. He working, yo. He's like, that's because
Yeah,
yeah. So and even if it was for clout, my boy, that's what you go onto them platforms for. You want
yeah,
you want your music to be heard. You ain't trying to
yeah,
make music to have it locked up in your computer so nobody hears it. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
point of making music is to get it out so people
Yeah.
can get your message, my boy. You know, so yeah, for sure.
I was, I was
I definitely followed up with that. That was dope, bro. I thought it was
yeah.
the dopest thing in the world.
I was trying to like guide people and just show people a different way of going about doing. Get on some bigger platforms and widespread yourself.
Yeah,
It was really just trying to just motivate the people and the artists that are around to really just stretch a little bit further. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because we
yeah,
got a lot of talent in Fayetteville, and you know what I'm saying, and they really don't get the exposure.
yeah.
Um, in order to have that opportunity to really make it, we get big
We gonna try
exposure
to change
here.
that. We're gonna try to change that. You feel me?
Yeah,
But you know,
got to step out
we
there.
yeah, for sure. We got another artist also with us today, man, who's gonna be on the show with you today, man. I'm not gonna take too much to bring him out too. I know he in the back patiently waiting, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out another heavy hitter, my boy Propayne. Where you at, my guy?
Hey, what's up, Brody?
What's up, brother? How you been, man?
I'm good, man. Living my best life right now, man. I ain't got
Hey,
no complaints.
hey, that's what it do. That's what it do. So you also been on the show before.
Mhm.
And you was on the verses with Perplexing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, you and Perplexing, I've been watching y'all. Y'all boys working, bro. Y'all boys are working. I think you said you have an album coming up here soon, right?
yep, I
You
certainly
wanna
do.
yeah, elaborate on that for us a little bit, my boy.
Next album is gonna be called With All Due Respect. Um, this one is a more personal glimpse of the king you guys all know and love. So this is me venting a bunch of frustrations that I've had, current situations, a couple of old situations. So there is no stone unturned for this one. So this one
Mm.
is definitely it's gonna ruffle some feathers, but ah, oh well. Get
Fuck
with it or
it.
get lost.
Fuck it.
I'll say
Fuck
it
it.
that way.
That's what they wanted, bro. That's what they wanted. You feel me?
Yes,
Nah, but that's
sir.
what's up, man. So with everything y'all seen y'all been going on, man. Have y'all been working on any like videos? Y'all been you know what I'm saying? What y'all been gotten planned up to come up for the next coming up months and stuff?
So me, right now, I guess to say I'm in a feature mode because a lot of people want to feature off of me right now. So it's like I'm in this feature phase where I'm doing like a whole bunch of features. I got a feature that I got to do with Christy Farley. I just did a feature with Kano J Bond. I don't know if
What's
y'all
up,
know
China?
him. Also, Antoine Collins, I linked up with him. Third Eye Music. I did a feature with him. I got a feature that's supposed to be going with this guy that I work with, who's DJ or whatnot. He really wants me to ghostwrite and do some stuff for him. So, I mean, that's really nice. And I just did that Jamie Lynn show jingle. It's for mental health awareness podcast on
Mm.
Spotify. So that was really dope to do. But outside of that, I'm just working on that final chapter. Um, and I'm just really putting more thought into these songs, so that's why I'm not bringing them quite like I did the last two albums that I did, where I was just dropping stuff and I was just doing it because I really want them to mean something. I wanted to have passion behind it,
Mm.
and y'all will hear some of those songs tonight. So
Okay, yeah, for sure, for sure. What about you, Propane?
Um, I got some things in the works. Videos because I recently moved. I'm really having to start over for real because I'm not where I once was.
Yeah,
But however,
yeah.
we have technology. I've met a couple people where I'm at, so like in the coming months, there's a lot coming out. Everything from reels, photos. You might actually get a surprise EP out of me. You never know.
Yeah,
I'm a mixed
yeah,
bag of tricks.
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, everything coming up for me screams big news.
Okay. Okay. I know the guard said that his songs are from the upcoming projects he got. What about you? Are yours from the upcoming album too?
Same.
Okay, okay. So everything we hearing today is an exclusive for both parties, y'all. Y'all hear that? This is exclusive. That's what I like. That's what I like. But before we start listening to music, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this would you rather questionnaire, right? So I guess my first question for y'all would be, and I'm gonna start out with that one. Would you rather rap over the boom bap beats or the trap beats for the rest of your career?
mm. uh,
Um,
Hey, and anybody that's watching, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can also definitely go ahead, and put your answers.
yeah.
So ask a question in the chat, and we gonna pull it up and let y'all see what it do.
Well, me myself, I'm more of a melodic uh type of beat selector. Like I believe the beat tells a story in everything that you do. Um, the trap is kind of hardcore. I'd probably go more or less. I could probably work more with the boom bap because trap is more on an aggressive term, and I really don't rap like that too much. I rap them knowledge bars. So you know,
What up, Chris? Appreciate you for
trap,
joining.
trap music probably wouldn't fit me as well. I mean, I could work it, but the boom
That
bap,
is,
I could
yeah,
probably strip
yeah.
a little bit more.
Perplexing in the comments said he going with boom bap.
Yeah,
What about
I
you? What
could
about
probably strip that.
what about you, Propane?
um, Man, see, okay, so this is a tough question for me because like I can dabble in both because I've experienced both. Like I'm very lyrical,
Facts.
but I also know what it's like to be from the trap as well.
Yeah.
So like both kind of ring my ear. But if I had to choose, it would have to be boom bap just based solely off of the fact of I want you to listen to me rather than
Mm.
jam to me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like the trap beats, they're more so for you to jam to. It don't really much have substance. I mean, of course, everything has a concept to it,
Yeah, for sure.
but not in the way that a boom bap beat does, because it makes you feel it. It makes you wanna. It
Yeah.
makes
What
you
up,
want to
DJ?
listen. It makes
Yeah.
you want to, bop your head, not per se just dance around the club the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. So yeah, I can agree with that. I have noticed that the trap is a bit more about the beat melody. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a trap song with great lyrics, but if the beat trash, you're not about to listen to
Yeah.
it.
And it alters. I mean, trap to me, it kind of alters lyricism. Because
Mm,
in order to sound good on a trap beat, you have to rap different than lyrical. You have to really focus in on the concept more on a trap beat than you do on a boom bap. Boom bap, you could really rap about anything. You could take the song anywhere, but trap is kind of one dimensional to me, and you can't really stretch, your bars or your vocabulary the way that you want to on a trap beat, the way that you can on a boom bap beat.
mm. Nah, I can feel that. I can feel that. All right, so
Also,
um, so would you rather collaborate with your biggest rival or never collaborate again?
Mm.
I'm going with my biggest rival.
You said you would
That's
collaborate.
yes, I would. I would collaborate with my biggest rival solely because controversy creates cash. So think
Hmm.
about it from a game plan perspective, right? They know both of y'all don't like each other. They done seen this. They know it. Y'all done threw diss tracks back and forth, whatever the case may be. Blase, blase, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What happens when y'all then do a song together that nobody was expecting? Everybody knows both of y'all are good. Y'all know each other good, but y'all ain't trying to admit it because ultimately you got beat. But when y'all do a song together, because everybody's had in their head like, yo, what if this person and that person got on the song together? Like, just that in of itself is a great business move. Just off of the strength of that.
I think that, yeah. My boy perplexing said, "Sheesh, yeah, for sure, gang, for
So
sure." What
I
about you?
mean,
What about you, Code Red? What you think?
I mean, I would definitely say like my biggest rival. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always in a business state of mind. So honestly, if somebody was my rival, they probably wouldn't even know it. And the things that I can learn,
Yeah.
maybe there's some benefits to that collaboration and something that I can learn. I'm always looking at what I can learn, you know what I'm saying? And even off of your worst enemy, you can learn something. So, it's
Yeah.
never been, a bother to me to work with anybody, because I find a way to make everything work, no matter who it is that I'm working with. Um, I might have to change my style. I might have to alter or take up or take down my lyrical content depending on what the track is delivering. But I could pretty much work with anybody. So working with my rival, I don't think would be an issue. And it would only benefit the game, just like he
So,
said.
all right, but
Controversy.
what if your right? What if you get the song right and your rival start whooping your ass on the track? What y'all gonna do then? And you be like,
I'm
"Hey, bro,
never.
we can't drop this song no more, bro. We not dropping this no more."
See, that's the crazy part about it is that I'm never the type to look at lyrical content in an in-depth manner to say that person was better than me or this person was better than me, because
Okay,
I
okay.
adjust my lyrical content depending on what the track is delivering. So if I feel like you're coming on strong and you got a strong delivery, I'm not going to try to overdo you. I'm gonna set the tone for the whole track so it balances out right. If you're talking about one thing and we need to maintain the concept, I might have to downplay myself in order to maintain the
Yeah.
concept, or I might have to upgrade myself in order to carry the track. It all depends on what the other person is bringing, depending on what I propose. So I'm never intimidated or bothered by somebody being more lyrical to me, because at the end of the day, if the track moves, that's all that matters for real.
Yo, what up, hustle man? Yeah, man. That's definitely dope.
Shit, I had a
I
female that
also feel like
rap better than me on the
Y'all
track.
coming
They
there with
said,
it. Y'all coming there with dope answers. Okay, okay, okay.
I also feel like when it comes to that, you should also go into a track or collaboration not thinking about what the other person is going to do. Just know that, like, first of all, if you're even asking or doing a collaboration, y'all already have in y'all head, all right, he's just as good as me, if not better.
Right.
So you should go into the track thinking like, yo, I'm about to kill this shit. It doesn't matter what he said. You gotta bring you because that's ultimately what you paid for, and vice versa. That's what you paid for or got paid for.
Mm. Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Exactly.
So
Okay, okay, okay. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. My boy came in. Okay, y'all coming in with the smart answers. God damn. All right. Before we get to y'all's first song that we're gonna present, I'm gonna do one more question. Let me see. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. Would you rather headline a sold out stadium tour or drop a platinum album with no tour?
mm,
I'd rather drop a platinum album with no tour.
Why is that?
Longevity, you know what I'm saying? An album's gonna outlast any kind of tour that you might do. So I'd rather have an album that is gonna last through decades than to generate and gain all the money from a tour where the money is eventually gonna run out. But if I make a platinum album, the money will be consistent throughout the course of time. So there's really no
Mm,
benefit to taking a worldwide tour that blows up and stretches me a year and a half with money whenever I could have an album that carries me a lifetime.
mm, okay. What about you, Propayne?
well, those are two very good ways to think about it. So for me, I have to think about it like this because
My boy Perplexing said stadium.
on one hand, of course he would be superstar. Of course he would be. But so when it comes to the album with no tour, Code Red, my man, you are entirely right, 110%, and I agree with you on that. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Mm,
First love.
And just off of that, I can't even touch on that because I would have said the same exact thing. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
over here with the stadium tour, first of all, if you're performing at stadiums,
you're filling them
they're
out.
paying you a shit ton of money already.
Oh God, that's what I was
So,
going at with. Yeah, yeah.
and then think about having a platinum album go with that. And that's the whole reason that you even doing
Tour.
a stadium tour to begin with.
Facts.
And then you also got to think about the type of performer you are. Are you ready to do something like that? Because performing in front of the stadium is completely different
Big
than
facts for
performing
flex.
in front of like performing at the Super Bowl isn't like performing in front of like 60, 70 people and then at like a church or like at this little
Yeah.
event that you threw or something like that.
Yeah.
So you got to think about the revenue from the tickets. You got to think about the seats that you have sold out because more than likely you done went platinum already with at least a single.
Mhm.
Hence the reason why you even doing this to begin with.
Mm,
Then you got to think about what the parking and stuff. Then if you want to do like some backstage shit, the add up from that, the food sales, everything that goes into that stadium tour. And this is consecutive. This is consecutive stadiums. This isn't just
yeah,
one
it's a
stadium. This is
worldwide tour though.
multiple.
Yeah, it's a worldwide tour. It's not
So
just one.
like, and then that's not even counting if you're going out of country or not.
Yeah,
That's
worldwide,
different.
worldwide.
That's a different type of money. This isn't just your regional money. Now this is worldwide money we talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I would have to go with the stadium just because of if I'm offered that, I already got a platinum album already. I done already done that without no tour.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I would much rather do the stadium tour and double, triple, quadruple my money.
All right. Well, let's change the scenario. Let's say that you haven't gotten platinum on your album, and let's say that you're doing the tour because somebody found you and you're out there for exposure. Would you still do it that way?
Mm.
Let's
It
say you're a
depends.
brand new artist, right? Let's say you're a brand new artist, and let's say that you happen to come across blase major artist, right? And he's like, "Oh, I fuck with you. All right, I'm gonna bring you on my world tour." Would you rather
I
have
mean,
that or have your or you know what I'm saying? Where
it's
you're just
it's definitely beneficial in that situation. Yeah, I mean, if you did do that, because you think if you was just a featured artist on the tour, a worldwide tour, you could take the revenue from the worldwide tour and put it back into yourself in order to generate that platinum selling album. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what you need in order to create a platinum album anyway, is money before anything. So, um, it could go either way, really.
yeah.
Um, but I definitely stick with that platinum album. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, because that's where my passion is. I rather, it's about longevity for me, but it might be different for other people. I've never been, the type to love cameras and be the center of attention. Honestly, being in music, I always had ambition to be a ghostwriter. So, um, being the center of attention never been my thing, but I made it part of my thing because I love music.
I get
So
that. I get that. I definitely get
yeah,
that. For sure, for sure, for sure. That's fire. Well,
Ooh.
see, the way I was thinking about it is because a platinum album may be nice, but when we talk about also like how the revenue end of it works, I
yeah,
think an artist makes more money, and I mean considerably amount more money off of tours.
facts.
Not saying that they don't make money off of album sales or nothing like that, because obviously they do. But if you sat there and noticed the difference between how much they make, like let's say, boom, perfect example. What's his name? You don't really see a lot of his album sales, but his tours are always packed. Russ
Oh,
tours,
trust me. Yeah, yeah.
tours
I
are
feel what you're saying.
tours are always packed for him, which is where he makes a majority of his main money from. And I think it's just based off the fact that he's been around the world so much that he has enough followers here and enough followers there and enough followers down here in Australia and more over here in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like and I think that's what's helped him out. So I think I personally possibly would go with the stadium tour too.
Yeah,
But I mean the platinum album, you're gonna get, but that's the whole thing. If you go platinum, you're not gonna get tours. So you might be limited to just I feel like you might just be limited to a certain area. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That I mean, that's a choice of whether your perspective is, to gain money for your family or leave a legacy, is pretty much the
Yeah, for sure.
questioning that. So, I mean, anybody's going to get the money for their family, given the situation. I mean, quite honestly, if somebody came up on my porch, say, "Hey, you want to go on this world tour with me?" You know what I'm saying? You could just be it open and act like I would, you know, oppose that doing the album with Dr. Dre. You can do an album with Dr. Dre right now in my position, do an album with Dr. Dre, or take a worldwide tour and gain the money. Yeah, you probably get the money because you know what I mean? And depending on your situation, it all depends on what type of situation you're in. But yeah, family always comes first in
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. But I still feel like that exposure from that tour
Yeah.
is really
It was
what that
it was
I think that's what would be the most beneficial impact out of the whole thing is getting that exposure.
hey, I might change my mind about that. Yeah.
hey, but how many people can also say that? Hey, yo, I got a platinum selling album.
Yeah. Not, not many.
Shit, first of all, it's hard to get the damn platinum for real.
Nah,
Yeah.
You really had to sell some shit that really got to be like some legendary ass shit to go platinum.
so the amount of revenue that you also make, it ain't no joke. I'm not gonna say it's a joke.
It's hard to make money with albums now. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was looking at my distribution like earlier, and it's like it's 1,500,000 freaking views and streams, and you make like $80.
Mm,
That's
crazy.
not. It's
That's
not.
insane.
You make more money from selling tickets and being out there and really, connecting with the people than you do from dropping albums. To be
But you know what's
realistic.
crazy? You know what's crazy is that for you to get to that stage, you have like Propayne said, you have to be selling albums like that already. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So then it kind of leads me back to that's why I was also kind of leading to where you were saying. I was like, it kind of leads me back to, well, maybe I do need a platinum selling album so that I can go on the tour. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you definitely need the followers, especially in this social media world now. If you don't have the following, you could have the baddest songs in the world and not go anywhere.
Yeah.
But you got the following, you go through the roof, and that's where the game is just killing. And you got all these different type of artists that people are just like, how are they famous? But they're famous because they have the following.
Yeah, for sure.
Gimmick industry.
Well, I think we got to that first part, man. So we I know y'all sent in some music. I'm trying to jam out a little bit, man. So I don't know
Yeah.
who wants to start. Who wants to start it off?
Well, it don't matter to me.
I'll
You
let
know,
y'all
I
pick.
like to hear I like to hear some new music. You know what I'm saying? I hear myself enough, so I can listen to what he got. That'd be dope.
Okay, Propayne, you want to start it off?
Yeah,
Man,
sure.
what you want to start us off with, man?
Hit up Deadline. Shout
All
out
right.
to my homegirl Shanice the Beast.
Hey,
Y'all haven't heard of her, y'all about to.
give us a little backstory on the song, my boy.
Uh so this one was one where so I went out to this event, right? And she was actually the one who threw the event.
Mm.
I didn't know that the one throwing the event was going to perform at the event.
Mm.
So I'm sitting there, I went for support. Matter of fact, I went to see China that time. And she performed. I was like, yo, she dope. So I ain't gonna lie. It took me it took me like a month or so to try to get in touch with her because like she was so busy. I didn't have a chance to talk to her. I talked to everybody else literally but her. So when we did connect, I was like, yo, so like you were dope, trying to get a feature with you. I got this beat right here.
Mm.
I think we can rip it. Cause like how you flow and how I flow is going to be a killer flow.
Mm.
So I wanted to give her something that was her that she could feel
Okay.
and deliver. Because
Fact.
I already was going to deliver. So that was by proxy what I was looking for from who I asked.
Yeah.
And she did. And I think you guys will definitely like this one. This is the first single off of the album, actually. This was already released.
Okay.
So find that everywhere.
Let's get it, man. So y'all know what it is. It's your boy Latin Looney Tunes. We got the guard code red. We got Propayne in the building, man. We're gonna start it off with Deadline, man. Let's get it, man. Latin Looney Tunes Radio, man. Y'all know what it is.
In the mind of the beast. In the mind of the beast. Feeling like I'm automatic. The hunger is feeding my drive. I let us not speak on it, know I'm a savage. Beat on my chest like I'm King Kong. Boy, I'm clearing this game like it's magic. Blood dripping like a gang sign. I see murder, that's a deadline. Dan said it was all about that action momentum. I'm clutching the goal. Told me that I never make it, but I demonstrated I'm riding the wave of the boat. If I go swimming, know that I'm fine with fishes. So damn it, there's no need to float. Staying on go. Had me a dream and a nightmare, so I spit a blow and they choke. Know I'm a beast, known as the headline from the streets. If I go beef time, I'm a seize. I've never been one for the peace. Try to that game time in mystique. Money don't ever grow on trees, so I gotta branch out up and leave. When I lost Don G, unbelievable. Now it falls down on me. I want it all for the summer. I'm fucking bad bitches that
Hey, fire emojis for perplexing, man. Let's get it.
So I gotta run up the commas. I'll leave them quick and they souls will be shaking. My words, you could dip them in lava. I gotta meditate over heaven says like I'm solving the problem. I'm the epitome of the legacy, better known as a gunner. I just know typically, hypothetically, I'm the beast of tomorrow. Ask where you at when it goes down. Power should you be a ghost now. Keeping my soldiers on standby, cause they love to hunt when it's year round. Feeling like I'm automatic. The hunger is feeding my drive. I let us not speak on it, know I'm a savage. Beat on my chest like I'm King Kong. Boy, I'm clearing this game like it's magic. Blood dripping like a gang sign. I see murder, that's a deadline.
Tell a story about this little shorty was popping the shit and she thought she was up one. See, I don't respect it if it ain't directed. Y'all bitches play pussy, I swear that I'm not one. She talking out on neck.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to my boy Chris, man.
She copping please, like Chinese please. I just didn't want to go to Everett. Well, that's too damn bad, cause now I'm mad. Bitch, I'm on tight, cause this shit got some kickback. Disrespect, don't inspire. It's up like Hawaii. I'ma always get my lick back. Saying my problem ain't nobody solving. Get sticky right here, and they ain't got no solving. Come harder, pull up on me, it's a deadline. 30 on me in the truck, it's the chopper, what's popping. I ain't the one for the talking, I'm Tony daughter. Please believe that I'm on that. I don't cause a scene, baby, I just swing. Had a cross scream without timber like lumberjack. Big beast, King Kong ain't got shit on me. The beat for easy, y'all know that. You the type to pull your strap out just to take pics. If I pull it out, I'ma blow it. Out of everything, be fucking for real. Extend on tall as fuck, call it Shaquille. Got the red dot, we shooting to kill. All heads to the floor, you know what it is. Got my folks in the front and the back, making hard for y'all to breathe like panic attack. Now your mama got her dressing all black. Miss Mary Mac, cause y'all I'm flat. Now I'm up one.
Feeling like I'm automatic. The hunger is feeding my drive. I let us not speak on it, know I'm a savage. Beat on my chest like I'm King Kong. Boy, I'm clearing this game like it's magic. Blood dripping like a gang sign. I see murder, that's a deadline. Beast.
That boy going dummy on the piano. Hey, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Okay. Y'all came in spitting. Y'all came in spitting, bro. Y'all came in spitting, man.
Hey.
All right, man. Nah, hey, I feel like you definitely made a good choice with the feature with her on it. She definitely did her thing.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like really like woo. It's like a Twilight Zone type of vibe. I really like that. Like the energy behind it and behind the performance and you know the performance of the track itself. So I could only imagine how y'all would perform that in person. Like I really like the track. Everything that y'all put into it, man, I think it's freaking amazing. And with a dope freaking video like that's an easy viral song right there, for real.
Nah, for sure. Nah, that's for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
And he said that's the first song on the album.
That's amazing. You definitely got them ready with that. I mean, you heard the beat, and then y'all matching the cadence to the beat, like and where it was complimentary. Most people, you get a beat like that, and it's like you can tell the difference. But with y'all, like y'all match each other's energy, and y'all match the cadence, and the track was just perfection. Like if I was to hear that beat without y'all on it, it would literally be y'all's beat now, because y'all fucked that up.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, so Code Red. I know
Yeah.
you put a couple of them in too, man. What you want to start us off with before we get back to the next 3 questions?
You know, just let everybody know I'm more of a classic type of dude, you know what I'm saying? But I'll start you out with like Hood Tribute, you know what I'm saying? That's really something special to me right there. Hood Tribute, I really pretty much generated, you know, to give people outside of our community an understanding of what we, you know, deal with on a day-to-day basis, and the mind state of somebody that is really living in the hood and they really have a perspective to want to get out and just don't know how. But everything that we see and deal with and everything that transpires in the hood mixed with the emotional feeling behind it and the emotional feeling to escape it but really can't. So that's pretty much what Hood Tribute is about, just to really give people that ain't in the hood an understanding of what the hood's about, and still letting them know like it's part of our genes, it's part of our blood to survive this every single day. And it builds strong, embodied people trying to come up out of the hood, like in a serious way.
Hey, well, let's motherfucking get it. I'm trying to hear this, man. Shout out to the guard Code Red, man. We got Propayne, Latin Looney Tunes Radio. This is the Hood Tribute. Let's get it.
This the guard Code Red. And if you didn't know where I was from, let me let you know right now. It's official. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs ride. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs die. We hustling, grinding the block just to get by. We hustling money, dog, but we ain't living right. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs ride. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs die. We hustling, grinding the block just to get by. We hustling money, dog, but we ain't living right. I'm from the block where they trap, hustle, and put them down. When crack rockers a bigger problem with bigger sound. Been politicking the purpose and never see the pain. Was raised up in the gutter and now I'm in the cage. Locked down with the demons, I'll never see the light. Politicking the purpose that never seems right. Trying to switch the purpose out and get a bigger change. Try to figure out the purpose, but I'm in the cage. Now I'm walking the block, I'm hearing gunshots. People dying on sidewalks on the same block. Them people living with riches and never see the pain. It's like I'm trapped in the vision that's never in the main. I'm elevated with vision, I got that money hold. Pressure, purpose of living to make the money fold. Like my purpose in living to never see the change. Trying to figure out the dollar just to make a change. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs ride. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs die. We hustling, grinding the block just to get by. We hustling money, dog, but we ain't living right. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs ride. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs die. We hustling, grinding the block just to get by. We hustling money, dog, but we ain't living right. Yeah, the guard code red. Yeah, and if you didn't know where I was from, you know now, man. You know now. It's official. Yeah. It's a hard life in this hood, man. Hard life. But you gotta keep grinding, gotta keep hustling, gotta keep pushing, man. Keep elevating, man. Keep rising to the top, man. Yeah. I come from a place, either you're slanging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot, man. Yeah. Just like Big said. That's it. Yeah. We elevated, man. Keep grinding. Yeah. Hood tribute. Yeah. It's official, man. Yeah. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs ride. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs die. We hustling, grinding the block just to get by. We hustling money, dog, but we ain't living right. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs ride. I'm from the hood, my man, that's where the thugs die. We hustling, grinding the block just to get by. We hustling money, dog, but we ain't living right.
Can I tell you something, Code Red?
For sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I like about your music, bro. And it'd be so crazy how your music be coming on my playlist at like the craziest times.
That's dope.
So I'll be like, let's say the other day, right? I was at work, bro, and I'm always listening to music all day long. So like I still got the playlist from 4 years ago that we started making. I don't know if you remember when y'all started sending in music.
Yeah.
So I have everybody's song still on there, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, you are the only person that I have heard in every song give the audience a motivational speech.
Yeah.
That makes me want to be like, damn, bro. All right, I can't give up, bro. Like, fuck out of here.
Facts. You know what I mean? And it really comes from me being an overthinker. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm an overthinker, bro. Trust me.
I got a habit of that. I'll sit there and I'll look at a situation. Most people might just see a situation happen and be like, dang, that's crazy. But me, I sit there, why did they do that like that when they could have did it like this? Or, you know, and I just overthink situations, and a mixture of that on top of me wanting to help people. So I put those two together and I'm just like, you know, just talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? Just really, because I like being able to help and develop people. And I tell people that all the time. If I could have been anything else, I would have probably been a marriage counselor or something. But
damn, that's crazy.
I really just like talking to people, like hearing people's issues and like trying to resolve problems. And it probably comes from playing a lot of Resident Evil when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to get through that game. So
I still
Resident Evil is shit.
Yeah. So that's probably where a lot of that comes from. So I'm just an overthinker and trying to figure things out and really just give people an experience of what I've dealt with in life, and not necessarily taking a bad and saying, okay, this is bad, and telling you the bad, like, I'm on a block and I'm selling these rocks and shooting and killing, and I'm not trying to go there. We know that stuff exists, but let me tell you how to get over that and get to a better perspective, because I believe in life, depending on what music you listen to determines your mode and what focus you're in. And I'm like living proof of that, because before I listened to a lot of, you know, 50 Cent type shit and a lot of violent stuff. And my life was like, I would look at all the negative and never the positive. Then when I started listening to more positive music, I started moving in a more positive direction. So why not make positive music that I like to hear every day that keeps me going? And that's what I do with my music. Whenever I need that inspiration, I cut my own music on and I'm like, okay, I'm back focused again.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I
That
respect.
song right there, brother. That song right there spoke to me.
I
That one,
appreciate that.
that one, yeah, that's a
That's
dope one.
love.
I appreciate you personally for that one.
For sure.
Dang, that's big. That's big right there. And it's just little things like that that go a long way for me, more than streams or anything else. Is just hearing people's personal opinion. And, my music isn't the type that you're going to cut on in a club or anything like that. And I had to accept that. It took me a lot to accept that, the fact that you're not going to play my music in a club somewhere, but you're going to play it when you're in the car, when you're zoning, when you're calm and you're at your own peace and you're just in your thoughts. That's when the guard code red kicks in, and I had to accept that and be proud of that and understand my place as an artist, which I feel like we all need to do, is just understand our place and don't give up on what it is that you're doing or the music that you create, because your music has a place in this world for real.
That's fire. That's fire. So see, I already know your answer to the next question that we're about to ask. Just respect for that, but we gonna ask it anyways. All right. So the next question is: would you rather have lyrical respect per se, like Nas, or global fame in like Drake per se?
Would I rather have that?
Which one or the other? Would you rather have lyrical respect, like let's say Nas? Nas is known for his lyrics, right? Or
Yeah.
global fame, like Drake.
Ah, that's easy. It definitely lyrical. You know what I'm saying? I need that Tupac, Nipsey Hustle type of lyrical stuff going on. I want something that people's gonna carry and something that people's gonna learn from. I don't even make a track unless I feel like you're gonna take something away from it. I'll listen to it myself because that's my practice. Is to write the song. Once I write the song, I record it and then I listen back to myself. And if I listen to myself, which is quite often, I listen to myself and I get nothing out of it. And I do that with several songs. And I'll like have an idea of a song and I'll be like, oh, that sounds good. That's why people see these ideas of songs on my page and they're just like, oh, yeah, that sounds like it'd be good. And then I get to writing it and I listen back to it and I'm like, no, it's not good enough. You know what I mean? Because I didn't feel anything from it. It didn't do nothing for me. So if it don't do nothing for me, and I got to be the one that matters. It don't matter if it sounds good to that person. They might love it, but if I can't listen to it, I'm not making it.
Mm. I feel it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, man, you are asking a lot of divisive questions. You know what? Cause like again, for me, I'm kind of like a mix of both. So like, most definitely need the lyrical respect for sure. Cause like some of my influences are like the Waynes, the Eminems, the Jay Z's, the Ti's, the Nas's, the lyrical people that actually made you think like, hold on, did he really just say? Hold up, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I grew up on that. I still listen to that like till this day. Like I still go back, listen, study some of the greats, and hopefully it shows in my music. So, but on the other hand, I am also a fan of Drake in the newer style too. And it seems like it doesn't have to be as lyrical, but it has to be catchy. It has to be something that hits the ear sweet spot for everyone, for it to actually get over and actually do what you need it to do. Because if it doesn't jingle in their ear, they're not going to keep listening to it. They're not
Yeah.
going to listen to it years from now down the line, even if it is lyrical. And it could be one of your most lyrical tracks ever. But just like you said, if you can't listen to it, if they can't listen to it, they're not gonna play it either.
Yeah.
Whether it's lyrical or not, if it doesn't ring their ears, and that's something that I kind of respect Drake for because like we all know he can be lyrical, but what is he known for? Those radio hits that make you sing and sing and sing that we still know to this day, and he done dropped them 10, 12 years ago. Like, so for me, I'd have to go over there on the Drake side of things.
I
Yeah.
feel it though.
But
I would have to.
Yeah, I feel it. I definitely feel it.
I got a question for you. I got a question for both of you because I witnessed this at work, and I'm curious to see what somebody else's answer to this is. Is there a difference between being a lyrical spitter and a bar spitter? Because we had a debate about that. And my personal opinion was is a big difference from being lyrical and being a bar spitter, in my
Yes,
perspective. Bar spitter is somebody like Ludacris, but a lyrical person is something like, some lyrical people can spit bars and be lyrical at the same time. That's a good craft to have, but I feel like there's a big division between being a bar spitter and being lyrical. But I do feel like you can be both in some cases. Or is it
um,
all the same?
I thought it was the same. I thought bars was just a new word that we started using instead of lyrical. Because when I was young, before I remember that's what, like bars is like when we started saying it, we were like, oh, he got bars. And they were like,
Yeah.
people used to be like, what do you mean by bars? I was like, I mean, he spit and fact, like they got lyrics. So to
Yeah.
me, I thought bars meant that somebody was lyrical.
So is there like a difference between listening to somebody lyrical like Nas and listening to somebody like Ludacris?
yes,
You tell the difference.
yes. You
Because they
totally
have
can tell the
different
difference.
because they have different rhyme schemes or
Yeah.
different
They have different
entendres.
personality on the track. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, but I wouldn't say that. I would say they both have bars for real. Like, they're both lyrical in their own sense of way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's. I don't know if. Yeah, I don't think I've ever thought at bars as and lyrical as something different. I've always put them in the same
Hmm.
category. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I was just wondering what other people's views was of that. Like, kind of like Pun said, and I feel like Pun was a lyrical artist. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, yes, he did have bars, but I feel like listening to somebody like Pun is big difference from listening to somebody like, Ludacris or who's some direct bar spitters. You listen to somebody like Papoose is a bar spitter. Um,
I got New
but
York City in the palm of my hand.
yeah,
Oh,
but when
but see,
when
but
you
that's
hear
a bar. But that's a bar. Tell me, is that not a
yeah,
bar? Is that not a bar though?
yeah,
So here's the thing. So when we say when that's my point. That's when we used to say he got bars is because he was saying a bar on top of another bar on top of another bar, which means he was lyrical. He was coming up with all these bars nonstop. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
maybe
But do you
I
think it's
caught it wrong.
lyrical if like I said with Pun's thing, he said right in the middle with little Whittly, little did he know that he riddled the
Those
middleman
are
who didn't
bars.
do diddly.
Those are bars.
You consider those bars?
I would consider those bars. But he's lyrical. That's lyrics. Those are lyrics.
I guess I hear it different, and I'm like being lyrical to me isn't the same as
Mm.
being bar spitter. Um, because I hear a lot of bar spitters that write a lot of bars in their song, and it's just got, like continuous bars. But when I hear somebody lyrical, I'm listening to more of the wordplay than I would with a,
Okay. See, I can
you
understand
know
that.
what I'm
I can
saying?
understand that perspective. Oh yeah, I can definitely understand that perspective.
Mm. I, I was just wondering what somebody else's view of that situation was.
So hold on.
I
All
guess
right.
it just
So
depends on how
so
you
would you
listen.
consider lyrical somebody more melodic with it?
Yeah, like
Able to
somebody that can tell a story with bars, you know what I'm saying? But not always have bars, but be lyrical. Nas, I don't feel like Nas spits a whole lot of bars. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he spits a lot of bars, but hearing what he says builds knowledge, and it's deeper than rap. What he's saying in a lyrical format. But I can't listen to a freaking Ludacris the same way I would listen to a Nas. It's two different ears. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I would say, instead of saying Ludacris, I would put somebody like Cassidy there when it comes to like bars.
Yeah, Cassidy. Yeah,
So
that's a good example right there, Cassidy.
so so Cassidy, because I'm trying to understand like where you coming from listening to it. So like Cassidy would be like on the bar side, but say like Nas or like the Tupac would be on the lyrical side because they still, they can do that bar for bar stuff, but that's they more into like double entendres and like making you feel, but still at the same time
Yeah,
groove with it. If that makes sense.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
like Nas is one mic. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a whole lot of bars in there to me, but what he's saying is deep. It's deep. All I need is one mic, one beat, one stage, one pen, one prayer. Tell God forgive me for one sin. Matter of fact, maybe more than one. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
I
It's
see what
not a.
you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what
It
you're saying.
rhymes, but it's not a bar. It's lyrical.
Right, right, right.
Different.
It's lyrical, yeah.
I see what you mean. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I didn't mean to occupy you. I just had to ask y'all.
Nah, yo, but that's what we here for, bro. That's what the show's about, bro. We
That
here.
was a good question. That
Yeah,
was a good question.
dead ass, yo, dead ass. That's why I'm here. Like, oh shit, hold on. Let me
Because
get
like
close.
that's not something that like us as artists ever really thinks about.
Yeah. But
Like a lot of
yeah.
people don't know the difference of what we're even talking about right now. They'll be like, "Oh, don't they both just do music? They make good music, right? Yeah, they do, but there is a difference between what one is and what one does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Big facts. If
So,
you can master both,
so
that's great. You know what I mean?
right,
But
great.
understanding. Yeah, definitely.
That was
I
It
fire.
was,
That was a good question.
it was.
Yeah, man, thinking for a good minute too. I'm like, hold on, bro.
I just feel like there's a big difference. Anytime somebody brings up that subject with me, I'm like, there's a difference. And we were literally going back and forth, and they were like, they were the same. And then after I gave them an example of Nas one mic, you know what I'm saying, compared to some like Jadakiss, knock yourself out like you boxing yourself, or we can get real freaky, start popping yourself. My watch got so many my watch got so many knots. When I look at the time, it's sort of like you watching yourself and stuff like that. It's just continuous
Yeah, now
bars.
those are bars. That's
You know
not
what I'm
lyrical.
saying?
Those are bars.
It's
Right.
continuous bars. So it's like, is that the same as listening to one mic? Is totally different to me. You know what I mean?
I say bars is more about being clever, while being lyrical is more about being intelligent. If that makes sense.
Exactly. Yes. That's a prime example.
Mm.
That's a dope
Y'all
explanation.
motherfuckers coming in here deep. Hold on now. Hey, I like this shit.
I like that. Yeah. I wish I would have thought of that when we had that discussion at work. I was like, because I couldn't figure out a way to really explain it to him other than giving them those examples. And I was like, how can I explain that to him? That it's totally different. And I was like, it's different, man. just to me as an artist, maybe it's just listening with an artist's ear, but somebody that's a fan might see it different. But as an artist, it's like it's two different categories, you know what I mean? That I try to master, you know, on both aspects. But there's a big difference between if I'm writing a lyrical song or I'm writing, you know, a song where I'm just trying to get my bars out. Like it's different.
Right.
Bigger and better things is just straight bars, but you know, celebration might be considered lyrical. You know.
Right. For sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Man, that is a really good question. I really had to think. I had to think about that one. Yeah, that one touched a couple brain cells up here. I'm not gonna lie to you. 'Cause, like, nobody's ever really like asked that question before.
Yeah.
So like, it's like, damn. Okay, I think I kind of understand. That's why I wanted to understand what you were trying to say before I just put it all
Well,
together.
you definitely got it right. You got the concept. You explained it very well on the end
I
there. Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
yeah, that was dope.
Oh, there you go.
It popped off.
Yeah,
Maybe his live drop.
did it? No, we
It dropped.
still here.
It just dropped out. God
Yeah, he
dang.
just got there, but it look like we still here though.
Yeah,
That's
I
still
think it's
on.
going. It's probably gonna stay open, but he probably got his live cut. There you go.
Oh,
You
My
still
bad.
there?
I'm back. My bad.
yeah.
It'll
Nah,
probably got.
yo,
Hey, yo, where you go?
I don't know what just happened. My my computer just shut off. But
Oh, it
we
did.
back.
Oh
We're
shit.
back. Yeah, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're good.
Oh, you're back live right now.
No, y'all stayed on live the whole time.
Oh,
Oh,
It just
where? Oh shit.
yeah.
Hey,
So
hey, look,
so
I
yeah,
tell
so
you
I
what,
got it.
you got two
Even if I
artists
get
that can
kicked
keep interest.
out.
for sure. He's like, where'd he
Yeah, so
go?
we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. I don't know what just happened, but my screen just went black and it kicked me out. So I was like, oh shit. Let me try to jump back in real quick. But that's the good thing about this. It won't kick y'all out the live. The live will keep on going. So it's like I
Oh,
never
for sure.
left. All right. So
That's
let's
crazy.
see, man. Let's see.
I'm gonna be right back in 1 second though. I really
All
got this.
right, you good. You good. You good.
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask. I'm gonna go ahead and ask Propayne the next question real quick, and then we'll ask it for you when you get back.
All right.
All right. So let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to think here. Okay. Boom. Would you rather freestyle on live radio every week or battle rap once a month on stage?
Battle rap once a month on stage.
Why is that?
And I'm going to tell you why. Well, for one, I suck at freestyling, so there's that. Just putting that out there. Not every great artist is a freestyler. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like a battle rap, you don't have to freestyle. You could have some shit that you done wrote, practice, rehearse, or whatever, just for that specific date, if you so wanted to. But also, also, sometimes it is quite fun just going off of the dome. So like sometimes you can say some shit that might surprise yourself. But me myself, because I have a lot of words going through here at one time, when I hear something, it's harder for me to freestyle it because it's a bunch of words trying to be said at once and it all gets jumbled up. So
Mhm.
a battle rap every once a month would give me some time to because me myself I'm a writer, so I would have at least that. Now, if it's unannounced, but why would it be unannounced if I know that it's every month?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I would have time
yeah, for sure.
to write something dope or Like, because I don't need to know nothing about them. I just know I'm coming harder. You better come with it.
Yeah.
But that's where I would go on that one. I'd rather battle rap once per month.
Okay.
What was the question?
All right. So the question is: would you rather freestyle on live radio every week or battle rap once a month on stage?
I probably battle rap once a month. You know what I'm saying? You can put more thought into battle rap, um, than you can freestyling. I'm really not a fan of freestyling. You know, I got freestyles that are off the top of my head that I got memorized in my head, but you know, freestyling and just going off of a whim and just spitting the first thing that comes to your mind. I just never took a passion in that, um because it's so freelance. Some people are really good at it, but me, like I said, I'm a overthinker.
Yeah.
So while I'm spitting something, I'm thinking about what I'm saying, which throws me off, and it just doesn't sound good, and I'm over analyzing myself while I'm saying it. So I definitely rather battle rap and write something out, and be able to do a battle rap opposed to freestyling any day of the week, for real.
Mm. No, for sure, for sure, for sure. All right. So I kind of feel like I know which way this is gonna go. So, would you rather go back and feature on a classic '90s album or jump on the hottest 2025 track?
For me, uh I'd probably rather jump on the most recent 2025 track,
Mm.
which would probably be mind blowing, but it's all about
It
elevation.
kind of is. For real, it kind of is. I was like, oh shit.
It's really all
Mind
about
you,
elevation.
you can pick any '90s album.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah. I just feel like those were classics then, but I'm trying to build a legacy now. So you know, I would rather do something in a 2025 era and really mold my style to fit that 2025 era than to go back and you know remix or do something on a 90s track. Like, I've had people mention that to me before, like, oh, why don't you do, why don't you throw this Biggie Smalls beat on and rap? I feel like it's disrespectful for me to do that. So, they build a classic. So I'm gonna let them have that classic. I'm not gonna try to change it. I'm not gonna try to do too much over it. And if I do something, I hope it would be respectably. You know what I'm saying? I've done stuff with on older tracks, kind of like Beastie used to do with us. You know what I'm saying? When he
Yeah.
had them ciphers. So them ciphers were really fun. If you're doing it in a cipher mode or something like that, I really like that. You know what I'm saying? It gives people a chance to unify and just really have fun with the track. But if you're really trying to remake the track into something and claim it for yourself, I don't know. I don't know. If it's a sample, we're good. But if you're just redoing the whole song, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Propayne?
I mess with samples.
Can you ask the question one more time?
All right. So the question was: would you rather go back and feature on a classic '90s album or jump on the hottest 2025 track?
Jump on the hottest 2025 track,
Why is that?
and I would do that because you got to go with the now. Like doing something like back then is like it's cool and all. Great to know that you would blend in with those of the of latter years. But if you're trying to come up now, then you need to get on something now ish and try to mold your mold your style to like a little baby type beat or a the baby type beat or some off of not like us or something like that to try to be like, yo, hey, like, yeah, I could do what they do, but better than that.
Mm.
This
Yeah.
is who you and this is who y'all listen to now. Like, and then like I'm also a big historian when it comes to music. So like, could I go back on like a Pac or a Biggie or an old Jay Z beat or Ether beat? Of course I could. But those songs are classics and timeless classics. And who would really listen to those other than the older generation? Which, of course, you still do that for that reason. But your biggest fan base, 9 times out of 10, isn't going to be the older generation.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about technology. They don't know nothing about Apple Music or iTunes or Tidal and none of that shit. They don't know nothing about that. Like I know some people that don't even know how to work a touchscreen. So like for the anywhere between what like the teenager all the way up to like 29, 30, I think that's like the demographic. I don't remember the exact number. But just because of the demographic that you're trying to reach into now and the people that's actually going to put into this type of music, then that's where you need to go. You don't need to go backward. You should definitely keep going forward
Yeah, for
because
sure.
the people that are coming up now looked up to the people that done already done that. Like Chris Brown with Aaliyah and R. Kelly and using samples and this and that and the third and they done already done that. They done already heard that. That was new then. If we were to do something like get on the baby type beat, oh now we cooking with something. Now we can do something. Now they bopping because they already know the beat. They already done jam to it. Then they hear your flow and they're like, hey, yo, whoa, that's not the baby. Who that is? So, yeah, so going and answering that question, yes, definitely 2025 music over the late 80s, 90s.
Okay, okay,
That
okay.
that you definitely change and generate as you go. So, as the eras continue, your style, your delivery, a lot of things change and alter according to the beat. So, like myself now, and I'm an old school rapper, so it's like now somebody asked me to be on a boom bat track. You put a boom bat track on and you want me to write to it. I find it very difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because my style has so advanced beyond just boom bap that it's really hard to pull myself back into that stage after you done upgraded to meet standard. So it makes it kind of hard to because I don't hear it the same as I hear a modern day track. And kind of like I did on Hood Tribute. That's a little bit faster. That's I couldn't do something like that on a boom bat track. That would be that would be very very difficult to rap at that pace on a boom bat beat.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like I can fully express myself on a boom bat beat. You know what I mean?
Mm. Okay, okay. So we're gonna get into y'all's next set of songs, man. I think Propane, you was started the first one, right? So
Hmm.
we're gonna let the guard code red start this second round with the music, man. Which song you got for us next, man?
Um, I guess I'm gonna go with Freak. I guess I can go with a celebration. You know what I'm saying? And that song, celebration was really, I mean, the deep story behind that is really like a transitional mind state for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's really transitional be, for the reason that I had chased this thing for so long and chased it and always, doubted yourself, questioned yourself. Should I do this? Should I do that? Changing accordingly, trying to chase these streams and these likes and all that stuff. And, one day I just sat there and I was just like, you know what? Regardless of where this goes, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna celebrate my life. I'm gonna celebrate this music. I'm gonna celebrate the fact that I'm breathing, that I'm able to do this music. And it just really just came out in the song. And it's just really just a statement, to myself. I'm gonna celebrate this, because I only got one life to live. So I'm gonna take this opportunity in this life to really celebrate my achievements, my accomplishments, no matter how big, how small. And I'm just gonna build my own legacy and just celebrate my life as it is. You know what I mean? So that's really what the song is about. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, crazy story behind that, I had a nephew that had committed suicide to the Triple X song Suicide. He hung himself. That was the last song he heard before he hung himself and died. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, when I think of that song and I hear that song, it's really a song for people to turn to when your back is against the wall and you feel like you don't have a purpose, man. Because I don't want anybody to ever be in that situation again where they don't have a more positive song to turn to in situations like that. So, you know, really, I really dedicate that song to him, and really hope that, you know, what he went through and what he lived through can really, you know, resonate with other people and make them make better choices in what it is that they do, you know. So that's really what inspired the song, you know, within itself, was that tragedy that family had dealt with. So yeah.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Let's get it then, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's Latin Looney Tunes Radio, man. Celebration, the guard code red. We got Propayne in the building, man. Let's get it.
This the guard code red. And sometimes in life you gotta take the time out to celebrate. To celebrate. It's official. Through all the struggle, all the pain, yeah. Gotta keep elevating, man. Keep elevating. Yeah. Let's go. Half the people in my life lost to suicide. That's a self-reflection pain that I kept inside. Had me thinking every day about a self-pad. Got me looking through this pain like an hourglass. I'm hanging out my purpose, living on a clothesline. Trying to see my purpose forward, but it's past time. You gotta celebrate the struggle with the pain, dawg. Cause when you fall into the ground, that's what you stand on. I'ma celebrate this life that I stand on. I'ma celebrate the ones that ain't living, dawg. I'ma celebrate this music running in my veins. I'ma celebrate this life that I'm giving, man. Bigger purpose on my mind when I'm living now. I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma hold my head high even through the pain. I'ma celebrate the blessings that I'm giving, man. I'ma celebrate this life that I stand on. I'ma celebrate the ones that ain't living, dawg. I'ma celebrate this music running in my veins. I'ma celebrate this life that I'm giving, man. Bigger purpose on my mind when I'm living now. I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma hold my head high even through the pain. I'ma celebrate the blessings that I'm giving, man. If you gonna strive for purpose, understand the pain. You can't understand Abel, never knowing Cain. Strain from this life, lashes laid across my back. I Google life purpose, search and put it on the map. We pain, suffer through this life and never see the gain. Self-reflected in the sun, never in the shade. Shadow visions of a life that never passed down. So I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma celebrate this life that I stand on. I'ma celebrate the ones that ain't living, dawg. I'ma celebrate this music running in my veins. I'ma celebrate this life that I'm giving, man. Bigger purpose on my mind when I'm living now. I'ma celebrate the struggle with the pain now. I'ma hold my head high even through the pain. I'ma celebrate the blessings that I'm giving, man. Yeah, it's the guard code red. It's official. Let's celebrate, man. Yeah.
Sure.
Man, we coming in with the messages.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
man.
man coming in like a prophet, bro. I appreciate it.
For real.
Yeah, I definitely did that, and it was crazy with that song, man, because I think one of the first people to hear that was after I made that was Timberland, and I let Timberland hear that on the TikTok live. And he started listening to that song, and after he heard the song, he just said fucking bars. And you know, that went a long way for me. And I was like, okay, finally, you know, somebody hears what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? And really just trying to inspire and uplift people, you know. I really never cared too much about the fame. It's really about, you know, everything else that comes with it, and just really generating a brand that people can depend on, you know what I mean? And just really, if somebody tells me you know, your music helped me, and you know, it saved my life, and I've heard stories from people that were fighting cancer and dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, and just being a part of something positive is really big for me, you know what I'm saying? Like the mental health awareness podcast, and anything that has to do with people bettering themselves and elevating, I will take that any day of the week opposed to fame, you know what I mean?
Nah,
Yes, sir.
definitely.
That's just me as a person, I guess. I'm sorry. Just me as a person.
Hey, it is. That's the guard code red.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's funny. That's why I got that, you know, that name or whatnot, the guard code red. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be that last line of, you know, protection for you in dark situations or anything that you might be dealing with in life. You know what I mean? I want you to be able to turn to the music that I created and, you know, say and say, and just take something from it and say, "Yo, I can get those bigger and better things." You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
respect, brother.
Dang, that man's name is deep when you think about it. Now, see, I'm gonna look at your
For
name
real
now.
though.
Right now, bro. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, that's why I put the guard on there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what I base my music around, and I build everything around that brand itself. So everything that I'm affiliated with or I become affiliated with has something to do with the brand within itself. You know what I mean? And I like being a part of things that make a difference rather than being a part of a million things that don't.
Yeah, sure. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yes, sir. Propane, what you got for us, man?
All right, now I'm gonna take you through a little trip down memory lane with a couple of extra emotions.
Mm,
So, 7 a.m. in Carolina.
mm,
So, I've been going through some things recently, more so with my team, and it just came from a bunch of emotions that I've always kept bottled up, and instead of using the outlet that I know that I'm good at, I just decided to hold it. So this one isn't really me exploding, but it's me explaining why I'm about to explode, if that makes sense.
Dope.
So this one, this one is a good one. Um, Still having to work around some things because this is the primary version for now. I got I got a surprise cover for that one.
yeah.
But for right now, this one is where I want to take you guys to. Means a lot to me. It's 3 verses, so just bear with
Okay.
me. So hope you guys enjoy it because
Yes, sir.
I'm damn sure about to.
Yeah, let's get it, man. So y'all know what it is, man. Latin Looney Tunes Radio, 7 a.m. in Carolina, man. Propane, man. Let's get it. We got the guard code red with us, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wish that I could forever be and live in the sky. I'm often called an angel and lately been thinking why. I've made some dumb mistakes, got regrets that'll make you cry. I can't lie, I owe you this time. cause y'all waited, y'all kept me going. It got too faded in the moment, just too sedated. I pray for greatness, see where we going. And it's major, it comes with haters. Gotta keep the eyes out for the demons who try to save you. So deadly, there's a better me. Way too dope and amphetamine. Grateful to say that I'm one of a kind, nobody can say they ahead of me. Couldn't see and once was blind to everything in that 3D. Niggas claim the best, but all they really is some mini-me's. Dr. Evil, been mastermind in the sequel. Got different people on the line ready to seek you. Some will call it arrogance, but me, I call it see-through. Guess it's getting clearer from the mirror like the rear view. Can you hear me? Yeah. I can see the top and I'm all alone. Please don't fear me, yeah. I'll remain the king while I'm on the throne. I promise on my soul I'ma bring it home. I'll shine much brighter when I'm on my own. Shadow step up, just believe I know it's a grind now. I just shoot the shots when most shooters would take a time out. Seeing all the nets when I just so flew at the burnout. King is done waiting, the reign of tyranny starts now. All wild, seeing stars connected like compounds. Got too many close to me that told me I should pass out. Eat them all alive when I cry, they sure it would help out. My mouth becomes a gun in the sun and heart is vibranium. I could be the rebel from the moon, I'm like a stadium. Biggest carbonadium. Take a breath like dear God, I was planning on saving them. I wrote that damn divine prayer with them in mind, I was shaking them. But what else could I do? I gave warning before I aimed at them. Gave them all the love, I ain't never hated, I prayed for them. Said I wasn't shit and I needed click just to pay for them. Little did they know I'm the one chosen for saving them. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. I can see the top and I'm all alone. Please don't fear me, yeah. I'll remain the king while I'm on the throne. I promise on my soul I'ma bring it home. I'll shine much brighter when I'm on my own. Hate to rap with envy, when I was humble it almost killed me. Got addicted to the pathways that's blocked within me. Don told me go ham and have no fear of no man. Go further than your heart can to make sure that the fan wins. Constant changing, battle raps and sorted equations. All respect, I'm like a deadline, concrete from pavement. Something like a blueprint, I'm drawing out the foundation. Nobody disagree with them, I'll be found on the statement. Next step, big bangs, it's more to life than the big brains. I just wanna go ball with them, this crown shit, this king things. I don't even want war with them, I crash out like a mood swing. I just be looking for more rhythm, all snakes but no venom. Claim they won the prime time, but hold hands like it's cold winter. Show up when it's prime time, we all know that there's one winner. Pray for me, I'm on a whole new leaf. Gotta save the game from the fake I see. Can you hear me? Yeah. I can see the top and I'm all alone. Please don't fear me, yeah. I remain the king while I'm on the throne. I promise on my soul I'ma bring it home. I'll shine much brighter when I'm on my own.
Okay, my boy.
Yeah.
Hey. It's
Oh.
good, man. I still haven't figured out how to attach my soundboard to this, so I can't do the applauses like I used to. So y'all mind me, man. We're gonna get all that right. But that was fire, bro. That was fire. That was definitely fire, bro.
I really like the cadence that you have on there. I can really feel the fact that you're not just writing lyrics, but you actually feel those lyrics whenever you write them. It's definitely a different tone. And I definitely hear within your delivery that you know how to adjust your tone according to what the track is presenting. You have a very professional layout with everything that you're doing with your music. I have to say that, like in a serious way, like you definitely got an ear and a talent for what it is that you're creating, and I could tell this thing like sugar coated, and you're not chasing no type of hype or anything like that, and you're really writing from the heart with your music. So that's dope.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
For real.
Fire. Oh, for sure. All right, so we're gonna get into these last. No, we got 4 more questions. All right. Would you rather ghostwrite for a top artist in secret or give full credit for a mid-tier song?
I would rather write for a top tier artist. First of all, the song's not gonna flop. The mid tier one is mid tier for a reason.
Mm, I heard that. I heard that. Um, you had rephrase that question again for me.
I said, would you rather ghostwrite for a top artist in secret or get full credit for a mid-tier hit?
I'd rather write for a top tier artist in secret. Um, and it really the reason for that is, this music is it's never been about fame for me, and it's really about just feeding and taking care of my family and still being able to do what it is that I love to do.
Mm,
So it wouldn't benefit me, to have all that fame and have to worry about taking my family to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to worry about all this paparazzi around me if I go to the movies. I'd rather take my family to the movies, sit down and have some popcorn with that, you know, $25 million in my pocket without nobody in my face.
mm.
You know what I mean? And really just enjoy life with my family. So,
Nah, for
uh,
sure.
that's just my perspective. The fame is good. I'm not down on anybody that, benefits from the fame itself. But for me, it's really about just doing what I love every single day and getting paid for it. I could be a ghostwriter for life, you know what I'm saying, and just never get any credit for it. But as long as my family's taken care of, that's the biggest thing for me.
Mm, mm. Nah, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. All right, so
All right, I'm gonna go over your stuff from my
th-
basic
this
thing.
this is gonna be a little bit. I want to see where y'all at with this one. Would you rather never use social media again or never perform live again?
Oh God, why would you put me in such a predicament? Uh, ask that one more time.
All right, so would you rather never use social media again or never perform live again?
I
Hmm.
rather never. I rather never use social media again. The satisfaction that I get from performing and actually, seeing, people's reaction to what it is that I do and actually having that opportunity to affect somebody's life and actually, empower them to get over the hurdles that they're going through or whatever it is that they're dealing with is highly more influential to me than anything social media could provide to me. And a lot of reasons for that is with social media, you get a mixture of things. It's not always true what people put in front of you. Somebody could hit the like button, but really not like your shit. And they
Mm,
could share the shit and never really even listen to it. So I don't see how I would benefit as an artist to want to have social media over live performance. It just wouldn't benefit me.
mm,
Um, I'd have to go with him on this one. I'd rather not have social media ever because, like, first of all, having social media is stressful in of itself. Like, you gotta post this, post that, then you gotta worry about your words and what you say. I mean, the social media is nothing but a bunch of extra BS that a lot of people really don't need, but just entertain because it's entertainment.
Facts.
Like, social media doesn't do anybody really hardly any good. And I feel like it's just unfortunate that we have to use social media as artists in order to really, really get over because like that's where majority of the shit starts. Like as an artist, all right, you need social media. Now, okay, now all of a sudden that freedom of speech ain't so free anymore. Cause like now you gotta watch what you say, you gotta watch what you do. You gotta separate your personal life from your other life, from your artist life. Like it's a bunch of extra stuff that goes into social media. We can just not have it and just perform and make your name off of there. Because what's the most important thing? Networking with people. It's not about what you know; it's about who you know.
mm,
So,
Facts.
so I mean, why not have social media? It does you a lot less stress. All right, you don't have all that extra stuff that comes with it, but you out here actually going to get it. That's what people actually see. You can have all the numbers in the world on social media, but if you not actually out here performing, going to get it, connecting with people, networking with people, showing people your sound, letting people hear your music, letting people hear your song, like what are you really doing this for? You can live without social media, but as an artist, you can't live without performing. You just
Yeah.
can't. That's just not possible.
I mean, yeah, I
So
mean, yeah, that and I mean, just like that's a complicated question to ask because I mean, really, you can't have one without the other in reality. But if I did have to choose, I would say I can go without the social media. But really, we like need both of them right now because one without the other is kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for social media. Half the people wouldn't even know I exist, probably. You know what I'm saying? and,
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
just
'Cause,
real.
unfortunately, nowadays, that is how we socially interact is through social media. It ain't like it
Yeah,
used to be where you would actually socially interact with people face to face up front, actually come up to them and talk to them and meet
yeah,
people at certain places. It ain't like that anymore. I mean, which not saying that that doesn't go on anymore, but it doesn't go on as much as it used to.
yeah.
Pretty sure
But
that everybody can agree with me on that. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact.
So,
But most artists,
so
most artists have a habit of getting lazy with the social media, where they think social media is everything, and they just feed everything through the social media, expecting to blow up or go somewhere. But I mean, it's all about branding. So you got to get out there. You got to let people know you exist, and that's the biggest thing. And I'm a person from that, like where I try to go and like interact and actually meet people, that I affiliate with on social media and try to meet them face to face. So we got that reality vibe. Like it's just not over social media, but now we got a more, interactive connection that you can see that I am the same person outside of social media that you see on social media. Because people can be anything on this. So I'm a fan where I like to go and get in your face and be like, "Oh, you see the same thing here that you seen on social media, and it ain't changed." You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. All right. So, would you rather be remembered for one legendary verse or a solid 10 album career?
oh, one legendary verse.
Or a solid 10 album career?
Yeah, I would definitely
I
go
don't
with.
know. Cause think
But
about
I
it.
mean,
But you didn't say silent 10 album good career either.
Oh yeah, a solid album career is a good career. Let's say a good career.
Oh, you
so,
said
but
solid. I thought you said silent. Okay.
A solid, yeah, a solid.
Uh, ooh, solid 10 album career. Ooh.
you said a silent 10 hour.
Solid. Solid,
Solid.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
10 albums.
See,
So
okay. See, so
or
I wasn't tripping. All right. At
so
least,
legendary,
how
so
about that? Huh?
either a legendary verse, be remembered for one legendary verse, or you will be remembered for having 10 good albums.
So basically, would you rather be, would you rather be
A
like a,
one hit trick,
yeah, would
one
you
hit
rather be a
master.
ludicrous or would you rather be a big pun?
Mm.
Ooh. Okay. So when you say it that way, all right. Solid.
Because
Okay.
I can,
So that solid
just
10
like,
album career.
I mean, big pun, I mean, I got nothing but love for that man. But yeah, the stuff that he's done in a short period of time, and I mean, he killed the game and became a top tier lyricist with only what 2 albums, 1 or 2 albums or something like that.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah, it would definitely be, remembered for one verse. I still remember, the freaking Biggie verse, off the top of my head, still to this day, like no heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Shit like that, like it don't go away. But I can't go off the top of my head and do that with a Ludacris beat. Or you know, I don't want to keep using Ludacris, but it's like that's I don't want to attack the man, like, but it's like that's the only perspective I can think of. Is like, there's a lot of people that are legendary. I can still remember like an Eminem freaking verse off the top of my head where he's like, six sick dreams of picnic scenes, two kids 16 with M16s with 10 clips each. That shit reached 6 kids each. Like it's unforgettable,
Uh,
man. It is like
yeah,
mind blowing. So to have a lyrical verse like that and be remembered for something like that, I would love that shit. Like you could eat off of that, like in a severe way.
you really could. And then shit. I mean, from both perspectives. Because I'm sitting over here and I'm thinking really hard about this question. I don't know if y'all can tell from the look on my face, but I'm really thinking hard about this question. So like, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, so one legendary verse. So like, I'm kind of like known for like that one verse where it's like, yeah, Lee, why'd you do that? Right? So like, and I get enjoyment out of that. Don't get me wrong, because like one verse can set you up for life. Like, and then more than likely, you also got to think about it too, like this. If you got just that one verse that you snapped on, more than likely your next 10, whatever the fuck you do, is going to sell some type of profit
Yeah.
because just off of that verse. So knowing that, that's that side of the coin. But those solid 10 albums though, like, are we talking like being like
Humpty.
contender for like Grammy type stuff, or like are we talking like yo like that was a good album? Like is it underrated type shit? Like with that,
So
When you say
good
when you
album, but would you say good album? Would you say good? You got to imagine they did good. We're not gonna say like you
what
got
like a Jay
known
Z,
and make money off of it. Um,
Jay Z, Jay Z type shit.
Jay
oh,
Z's good, I guess.
I mean, I mean, when you say that, when you say like a legendary verse, I'm thinking
Yeah,
something like,
like you said, legendary verses, like or like Eminem's "Mom Spaghetti" and
yeah,
"My Mom Sweater Already," like
yo,
that shit. That
like
like
Humpty.
don't
Yeah,
forget, you know what I'm
the No Love verse that he dropped with Wayne. That one. Like I'm alive again. More alive than I had been in my whole entire life. I can see these people get fucked up as
a
I begin
legendary
to
verse.
start
You
to
see what
think.
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like just something like that. That's a legendary verse. Or the shit he did on Forever.
Or Little Wayne's a Millie.
Yeah, or something like that.
Shit you don't forget. You know
So
what I'm saying? But then you got people like
You got Humpty. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. Like that, you remember that off the top of your head, like,
mhm.
and it don't go away. But could I memorize? Could I remember any of his albums? I couldn't say that, but I remember that verse,
Because he got a legendary verse. Yeah, legendary verse.
and he's a legend for it. Like,
See, that's why it's kind of a hard. But then you got people with 10 good albums, like per se. I guess Jay Z would be a good. Gucci got his good music.
oh God,
You listen to Gucci. Gucci got hella good albums. You know what I'm saying? They made good sales. They
so
did. They did
so
good
what
numbers.
about Kanye West?
okay,
Kanye West, but Kanye
that's a
West
good
has
example.
legendary verses too.
Yeah,
Now Kanye has
Yeah.
now made the most legendary hook in the world, so we're not even gonna talk about that. You feel what I'm saying? So he will be forever remembered for being the motherfucker to say that shit on the song. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess he has legendary. He has legendary verses that you don't forget.
Yeah.
I like that. I really am a fan of that um unforgettable freaking music. You know what I'm saying? Like I really sit there and think like is who would you remember more like freaking 10 years from now? You know what I'm saying? Like are you going to remember somebody like Drake or are you going to remember somebody like Nipsey Hussle?
Definitely Drake.
Like I'm gonna remember Nipsey. I'm not gonna forget of him. But 10 years, 20 years from now, do you really think they be playing Drake?
Yes.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure
And
that.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you there.
Yeah.
Because like Drake is one of those where he's got legendary verses and
Drake
he's
is a
got legendary
generational
albums.
icon. Yeah, he's a generational icon.
But what about Kendrick?
Yeah, he's an icon too. But
He
I
they're
is an
but
icon.
they're
Yeah.
two huge icons that will be remembered. But then you put Kendrick and Jake against somebody like let's see who came out, Cardi. You think Cardi is gonna be known in about 10 years? Playboy Cardi?
no, no, no,
Well, I'll say
not
this:
at all.
Kendrick. I feel like Kendrick is one of those artists that you're gonna remember for legendary verses rather than albums.
The funny thing is,
Because,
I don't. Funny thing is I don't even listen to Kendrick. I can't. It's like I just can't.
but
Um,
you'll still listen to Drake though,
uh,
right?
I don't
Man,
listen.
some
I don't
songs
listen to as much Drake as I used to. When
but
he
you
made
said as much,
But you still
but you can
listen
sing
to
more
it
for
though. That's what
no,
yeah.
it.
really,
You can listen to it though.
I haven't played Drake in years. Honestly, I really haven't played him in years. Not like I, not like I consistently used to. You know what I'm saying? It might pop on my playlist every now and again, but outside of that, I don't really search after
The
a
Kanye is
Drake song.
wild.
I really don't. I mean, the ones that I listen to now is like freaking Dave East and Millie's and I listen to the lyrical bar spitters from New York. You know what I mean? The ones that still make music that makes sense. So I don't know. People like a whole lot of Kendrick songs, and I've sat down and I've tried to listen to them, and I'm just like I don't get anything from them. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my state of mind. I don't get anything from from him and listening to his music.
All right, last question. Let's see. Would you rather sign to a major label with full control or stay independent with limited reach?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you say with full control.
With full control.
What?
Would you rather sign to a major label with full control or stay independent with limited reach?
It's definitely having full control. I mean, I feel like if I don't choose to sign a deal with full control, I really don't have a passion to be an artist. Um, because the creativity behind that and what you could do for your music.
Yeah, but mind you, you're still signed to a record deal. So you having full control of your album doesn't necessarily mean that they'll pass it.
Uh, yeah, more than likely they're gonna make you change your style.
You
You
feel
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying?
So we still got to remember you're still signed to a deal. You still got things that you have to acquire to for them. You know what I'm saying?
I
See,
mean,
but
But
really, mm, that's a tough one. I really couldn't.
I figured I'd save the hardest one for last.
Yeah, I
so
couldn't. I probably couldn't answer that
so
one because
I
that's not.
think all right. So I'm gonna try to answer this to the best of my ability. Okay. So think about it like this, right? When it comes to that question, first I'm gonna go with the side that I did not pick. So when it comes to being independent with limited reach, first of all, the big red flag in that sentence is limited reach. And how limited are we talking exactly? So being independent, getting all your money, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be good from all your profits, all your everything, blah blah blah. So knowing that, you probably be good with maybe a good 500,000, maybe 750,000, some, something like that, right? It ain't got to be nothing too big, just enough to where you're comfortable, right? So on 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 that note, on that perspective, it depends on the type of person you are. Now, if you really going with this, first of all, if you sign to a label, right? First of all, if you sign into anything, you done already done your job as an artist, and that's why they're even approaching you to begin with. People need to understand that because, like, as an artist, they want to talk to you. You didn't ask to talk to them if they're offering you a deal. So you're already good for real. So it depends on the type of deal you're talking about. Now, me, because I know this, I got full control. But what exactly do I have full control of? I need full control of this, and this. I need all my money. I need all my royalties, all my residuals. If I'm gonna have full control, I need full control of me and everything that pertains to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys can you guys can get a portion, yes, because I am signed to you guys. True indeed. Y'all gotta get paid too, which is fine, but that's why you're trusting me with full control
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
you're putting that
exactly.
faith in me
Exactly. Exactly.
that I'm going to give it back to you.
Mm.
So when we talking about full control, I need all of that control. If we talking about full control, I don't need partial control. I don't need a third of control. I don't need 75%, you get 25. Nah, I need full control. Full control means full control. I need 100% of full control.
Hmm.
So then we need to break down that. How much I'm getting or how much you willing to give for me to sign to you because you're approaching me. I'm not approaching you. If the numbers ain't numbering, then of course I'm going back to being independent with limited reach because I just told you no, and I know you're gonna try to stop my avenue. But whatever. If I get big enough, then you gonna come the fuck back.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, well, look, last time we wasn't on the same page. Here's this number now.
Yeah.
It may or
I know.
may not be talking your language. Depends on how it all depends on the artist you are. So for me, and knowing that, I would have to take option A, which is signed to that major label with full control. Because I mean, I put a lot of emphasis on full control.
So what does the limited reach consist of?
So obviously with limited reach, being independent, you don't have that. Let's say like
You
limited reach.
talking?
Let's say like you would only be an artist in the United States, right? As to where if you signed a deal, you would be known globally.
If
Uh,
that consist, if
or
that
let's
consist,
let's even break it down even more. Let's say with the deal, you get known in America, but with limited reach, you're only known in your state. You see what I'm saying?
um, so it'd be like kind of like the situation I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? That's limited reach, but it depends on what the artist chooses to do with the limited reach. Um, I've seen a lot of people with limited reach overshadow those that don't have limited reach in some cases. And a lot of independent artists, because I really be out there, I really be listening to a lot of independent artists. And a lot of these independent artists really overshadow a lot of industry artists. Um, And I probably listen to more independent artists on a mainstream level than I do industry artists on an industry level. Because I know a lot of independent artists that are on the industry level standard and are pushing it on their own independently, um, and don't have the same accessibility as somebody that is in the industry, but doing better than somebody that's in the industry. So I guess it all depends on what type of drive and what kind of work ethic you have, because with limited reach, it's going to take a whole lot of work ethic, and I mean a whole lot of work ethic. Um, but you can have less and do more, or you could have more and do less. Um, and in a lot of cases, I've seen lot of times where industry artists have more and they do less, and a lot of things they have to learn off of independent artists how to grind and develop. But I feel like the industry now is built off of the independent artists and independent development. So I don't think they build it quite like they used to, where it was built and ran by labels. I feel like any artist that's in the game now um has to benefit from having limited resources and figure out how to utilize those limited resources to widespread themselves to a wider brand. So I feel like that's what the industry is built off of.
Yeah,
Um,
like my boy just said it. My boy just said in the chat. He said it all comes down to hustle.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's really what the industry is about now. Like you could have a major record deal and not do shit with it because your hustle ain't right. And that's where I think a lot of industry artists are getting thrown off with, is because they have that industry deal, but they don't have the hustle of an independent artist. So it's kind of leaving them, without, and they branching off now and doing, trying to get involved with other things because they don't have that type of hustle to put behind it, or that kind of innovation to be creative. Like I see so many people in Fayetteville and so many people in other places really doing and really creating ways to widespread themselves and doing things like the debut and front porch and doing all these shows and figuring out new ways to get that exposure and different ways to build their streams and get that exposure that they need. So you can do a lot with limited resources depending on what type of hustle you have. That's why I would wonder, like, how limited are you? Are you limited to the standard of not knowing and never getting, or are you limited to the standard of, okay, and you can get?
Well, see, like I said, so with limited, like any time, just like you said, artists who are independent and are in the mainstream, but they're still limited to what they could do compared to an artist per se, like Drake, who is signed to UMG.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not that they don't know what they're doing, because obviously they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're in the industry. It's more just like the fact that you don't have the push like Drake has behind him, the money behind him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a lot of it comes down to resources. So it's like, boom, like us, I'm pushing as an artist, right? But I don't have the money that Drake has. So obviously Drake is gonna have that marketing behind him because he has that money behind him to be able to push. As to where I have to be like, okay, I gotta get up and I gotta post at 7, and then I gotta tag this on 8, and then be here at, and be on it all day. Like I actually have to put in the work compared to the guy that has the resources. That's what I mean. So either that they get to certain levels to where they can have people do that for them, where they have the resources, but it's not going to be nowhere near. It's never going to be compared to the person who has that $1 billion backing. You know what I'm saying? You can make $1 million, and let's say, for example, Nipsey Hussle had a great marketing team, but his marketing team wasn't in, let's say, the level like Drake's marketing team would be at, just because of the resources they have behind them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Then
saying?
you
So
get
you're limited. At the
yeah.
end of the day, you're still limited. You can make do with what you got, of course, always. But that's why I'm saying, would you rather have that independence, but with that limited reach, or would you rather have that major label signed and that push behind them, knowing that you can do what you want to do, but you still have that label backing behind you? That, well, hey, maybe you might have, they might be like, hey, look, we don't like this. You might have to go back and change this. You might, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's all about, having a business mind and being able to work with, anybody affiliated with a label in a situation. And you're gonna have situations like that especially when they put that money behind you. So, that's in a case where a lot of people say, okay, he done sold his soul. No, I don't think it's necessarily that you sell your soul, but once you accept that money, you have to understand that this is a business. So if I
Yeah.
come to you and I tell you I don't like this track, I need you to replace this track. I need you to take this track off. And that's where a lot of artists struggle with, because they don't like hearing that criticism. And they want to go with what they want to go with rather than what makes sense to business. So at the same time, you can't have that type of mind to be like, oh, this is the music that I want to make, and this is the music that you're going to put out. I can't have that mind state because you done gave me $1 million. So we got to come to a compromise
Exactly.
on what it is that you expect, what it is that I expect, and we come up with the best presentable album that satisfies both parties. You know what I'm saying? So
Because I'm sure somebody like Drake, has certain people that might come up to him and on a day where he's like interested and be like, hey, look, I think this is the kind of track you should work on today because this is what's trending, da 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 da. As to
yeah,
maybe opposed to where an independent artist like Dave East doesn't give a fuck about what's trending. You know what I'm saying? So
but
so
yeah,
so that's either way. There's limited resource at the end of the day because he has his independency to do what the fuck he wants when he wants to do it, how he wants to do it. When you're signed, you might have full control of your music, but you still have to go by these rules and regulations they got. Hey, look, I need you to come do this day. I need you to come do this day. Or you're gonna be on a commercial today with this ad, but we're making you more money so you can have more backing for your revenue, so you can do what you want to do. So you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and I think that's a dope part. That's the dope part, and I'd probably definitely pick the label in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the knowledge and understanding that I could develop from being affiliated with a label and learning to work with a label, and work through the decision making process with everything, I think would be highly beneficial. And I feel like that's just part of the business, all in all. And like you said, you got a Dave East or you got a Drake, you know what I'm saying? But Dave East is big, but he could be bigger. You
Yeah,
know
he
what I'm
could, he
saying?
could be way bigger. He
He
could be
could be way
way
bigger
bigger. He could be
because
way
he's really talented like a motherfucker, but he don't get that exposure that an industry artist gets. And that's just, so what kind of level do you want to be on is the question. You know what I mean? Because you can make a dope song, but the world will never hear it. Because you don't have that exposure.
exactly.
So what's the concept of being an artist if it's not going to be heard? Um, you always want to get your word out there, regardless of what it is, but just got to be careful. You know, like my man said, you just got to be careful with what you sign to and how you sign it and what you agree to. As far as that's concerned, and making sure that you still have some type of what type of control that you have, as far as the deal is concerned. But outside of that, it's always going to be the deal, because that's what gives you purpose. Without it, where's the purpose? You know what I mean?
So, so man, we got to that part, man. The last two songs, man. Y'all, this it's been a good show, bro. Y'all been in here with these intelligent ass answers. Okay,
I
all right,
appreciate you, man. I
uh,
appreciate
good.
you
Cool,
always.
man.
All right, man. So
It's
Cole
always a great
Red,
time.
what you got? What you got left for us, man? What's this
I
next
know
song?
I got two in there, you know what I'm saying? Which one do I want? I got that Ribbon in the Sky sent you, and I got that Betrayal. So which one do I want? I think I want that Betrayal, man. That's probably the realest shit I ever wrote in my fucking life. Sorry for cussing,
Okay.
but that's the only way
Yeah,
I
nah,
could express
that's
it.
hey.
Yeah. But Betrayal was basically, based off of when I had did some time or whatnot. I had witnessed a guy in there, and he was getting bullied. You know what I'm saying? And he had his girl on the outside. He was coming to me. He was asking me for advice. What should I do? My girl's, you know, she got to pay his canteen money so he don't get beat up. And his girl wound up sleeping with his best friend that was supposed to be watching his girl while he was locked up, but wound up taking his girl while he was locked up. So, you know, betrayal, I feel like, is a part of life, and everything that you do is going to consist of betrayal. And you're going to deal with it
Hell yeah.
very many different ways every single day. But growing adapted to dealing with betrayal is the key, I feel like. Because forgiveness is key, but that's basically what this song is communicating, is that I don't feel like you're going to live a life where you're not going to witness some type of betrayal somewhere along the line, man.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty much giving examples of, betrayal in different senses and different fashions, so people can understand. The betrayal can be right in your face the whole time, and you could think that's your best friend, but in turn, when somebody's back is against the wall, they're always going to do what's best for them. Um, and that's something to understand with dealing with betrayal. So anytime somebody's back's against the wall, they're going to make the best choice for them, and it might not always benefit you. So that's what leads to betrayal. And in life, you're going to deal with betrayal in many ways. So,
All right, man. Let's get it, man. So we got Betrayal, The Guard, Code Red. We got Propayne in the building, man. This is Latin Looney Tunes Radio, man. Y'all know what it is. Let's get it.
yeah.
What you see?
Crying all these tears since I was 17.
17.
So many friends turn into enemies.
So
Every
many.
questioning myself like maybe it was me.
No.
But it wasn't me.
No.
I done held you down when you was soft for
Held you down.
Switch up and you act like you don't fuck with me.
Come on.
Oh, that's
Come
so
on.
crazy.
Come on. These people stab you in the back when your back turned. Piss on your grave to life when your path earned. They don't care about your struggle or your hunger pains. They only care about the purpose in the bigger game. They look you dead in the face with a blank smile. While the judge meets a jury with your case file. Give you 15 years off a set case. And all your friends and your family, they just fade away. Thought your girl was the main one in your life. Now she's sleeping with your friend while you're serving life. Taking D from the back while you locked down. Now the queen took the pawn to your chest now. Can't sleep cause the visions only bring the pain. The dark nights in the cell only bring the rain. Got you looking at the wall thinking life changed. Separated from the love so there's bigger pain. Can't escape betrayal visions when you're living life. To think there's love when there's hate is an oversight. And all the love and the visions that you thought was real, it's like an envelope to life when you break the seal.
Look me in my eyes, tell me
What you see?
crying all these tears since I was 17.
17.
So many friends turn into enemies.
So
Every
many.
questioning myself like maybe it was me.
Nah.
But it wasn't me.
Nah.
I done held you down when you was soft for
I held you down.
Switch up and you act like you don't fuck with me.
Come on.
Oh, that's
Come
so
on.
crazy.
Come on. These people stab you in the back when your back turned. Piss on your grave to life when your path earned. They don't care about your struggle or your hunger pains. They only care about the purpose in the bigger game. They help you to the ground when your purpose falling down. That's a snake in the grass when you're living now. And all the sacrifice, effort that you give in life, it don't mean nothing to them, it's a hindsight. Damn.
That's so crazy.
You done thought you knew that man for your whole life. Now you can't see the future from the past sight. Overlooking on the purpose that he stood for. Now you ripping through the gravel in the reservoir. But a diamond only shines when the light hits. Like the night becomes day when the light switch. You gon' see the truth in them when the bottom drop. Like a crack fiend itching on the corner block. People only see the lines when the arms out. Like you never see a stripper till the pose out. They dance different in the dark when the lights gone. They nocturnal to the purpose that they stood on. But you still living through the pain in this life. It's like swimming for a purpose, but you drown sight. Cause you overlooked the vision that you stood on. You can't comprehend the future till the past gone.
Look me in my eyes, tell me what you see.
What you
I'm crying all these tears since I was 17.
17.
I done seen so many friends turn into enemies.
So
I
many.
be questioning myself like maybe it was me.
No,
But it wasn't me.
no.
I done held you down when you was soft for
I held you down.
Jumping you in like you don't fuck with me.
Come on.
Oh, that's so crazy.
These people stab you in the back when your back turns. Piss on your grave to life when your path earned. They don't care about your struggle or your hunger pain. They only care about the purpose in the bigger game. They help you to the ground when your purpose falling down. That's a snake in the grass when you're living
Shout out to you, my boy.
And all the sacrifice effort that you give in life, it don't mean nothing to them, it's a hindsight. It's the car code red. It's official. Keep your friends close and your enemies close. Yeah.
It's crazy. That's some real stuff, man.
Man, this man threw us 3 different stories.
It's real, man. In every way. I've faced betrayal in so many different ways in my life. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? In so many ways. Incarcerated, over some situations that didn't really have nothing to do with me. But what I had knowledge and understanding of other people doing. On top of that, one time found my best friend sleeping with my baby mom. Yeah, I've dealt with betrayal in so many freaking different ways. When you really think somebody is there for you and somebody's riding for you, and the biggest knowledge and understanding I could come to figure out about it all was like to really understand that when somebody's back is against the wall, they're always going to do what benefits them before they do what benefits you. And it's just human nature. There's nothing against them. It's just what people do. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's a way of forgiveness and understanding, to know that somebody is going to betray you if it comes down to you or them, which is crazy. But I try my best to avoid situations like that. But, unfortunately, you're going to deal with that a whole lot in life in so many different ways I've came to witness. Truly.
No, man. That's why we have. That's why. Hey, you put a different perspective on a lot of things, man. So that's you're a very individual for that, man. For real.
Yeah, I try, you know what I mean? And it's just really just building a mental understanding to people. And most people think, with that song, I'm talking about, how you should hate that person, or, you should have something against that person or some hatred towards that person. But, like I said, people's going to change when their back's against the wall. Just like I said in the song, you thought you knew that man for your whole life. Now you can't see the future from the past sight, overlooking on the purpose that he stood for. Now you ripping through the gravel in the reservoir. But the diamond only shines when the light hit. Like the night becomes day when the light switch. You're going to see the truth in it when the bottom drop. Like a crack fiend itching on a corner block. You know what I mean? You're going to see it. When you back him in the corner, you're going to see his truth. Regardless, you're going to see his truth. You might think he's a real one, but when you put his back in that corner, you're going to see the truth come out. Then that's really when you really going to find out whether he's real or not.
Yeah.
Because if he turn on you.
Yeah, for sure.
It happens. It does.
Y'all heard it here, man. Real shit. Guard Code Red, man. Propayne, what you got for us, man? What's the last one you got here for us, bro?
I believe that last one is locked in, ain't it?
Yeah, locked in.
This one. So this one is more me rapping.
Yeah.
So
Sorry?
this one is a wild ride.
All right.
Just again, me venting the frustrations not only towards like my close relatives, family, friends, labels, even the city itself.
Yeah.
This is a statement to wake the fuck up and take me seriously and understand that I am what the fuck I say I am. I am the king of rap for my city, is what I said. And that's what I mean. So this song is, I can tell you, it's the second song on the album.
Okay.
So just just get ready for the ride.
Oh, he said lock in then, because he locked in. Let's get it, man. Let Luney Tunes Radio, man. Let's go. The Guard Code Red Propayne, man. This locked in. Let's get it.
Call me the king from the veil. God, I'm excited cause I reignited. The fire is burning like hell. The talk of the streets, but the message ain't never delivered. Been checking the mail. You know that I'm wild in when I'm locked in, so I'm down in. So inspiring when I'm down in. The king from the veil. God, I'm excited cause I reignited. The fire is burning like hell. The talk of the streets, but the message ain't never delivered. Been checking the mail. You know that I'm wild in when I'm locked in, so I'm down in. So inspiring when I'm down in, so I'm locked in. Fuck it. Look at what I have accomplished. I'm not the one to go brag about nothing I've done, but man, look at my options. It's either I quit this or I get rich or awaken the monster. I sit on the throne, I call it my home, I call it mi casa su casa. But wait a minute. Feels like it's been a minute, think I'm transcendent. I put that pain in it, just a little pro. Other rappers be lane switching. I need that good smoke, like an 8-ball, just to hold off my bad intentions. I need a bad bitch, you can give me head, they can fuck me just like a demon. They came from the veil. God, I'm excited cause I reignited. The fire is burning like hell. The talk of the streets, but the message ain't never delivered. Been checking the mail. You know that I'm wild in when I'm locked in, so I'm down in. So inspiring when I'm down in. The king from the veil. God, I'm excited cause I reignited. The fire is burning like hell. The talk of the streets, but the message ain't never delivered. Been checking the mail. You know that I'm wild in when I'm locked in, so I'm down in. So inspiring when I'm down in, so I'm locked in. Bet they remember me now. I'm just a titan when I get to writing, could never be looking for clout. So know if I name drop, it's a high chance that I'm taking you out. I see these bars, likely the blood from my pen, so I'll never run out. Nothing's the same, these are the words that I claim. Your partners are subject to change, all in the name. If they coming for me, do you know I gotta go with a bang? Beat is insane, niggas ain't ready for this, but I guess they found out if I'm trained. Stay in your lane, I'm just a hop in the skip, mistaking my claim to the fame. Just one-on-one. Bar for bar, don't let up when the aim's hitting. I want another star, up another notch on the belt when the light hit it. I am the real one, only one-on-one. Can tell when the people hear it. Engaging the kill switch like I'm hood rich. Let it go, ain't no hesitating. I need that Gary Payton, gotta glove my mind from the extra I'm meditating. Ain't no activist, what I got, I'm protecting my peace like I'm demonstrating. Tell them to squad up. Wolves running packs, sound like a bold statement. This devil was powder. I'll burn you all, you bitches can die nameless. It came from the veil. God, I'm excited cause I reignited. The fire is burning like hell. The talk of the streets, but the message ain't never delivered. Been checking the mail. You know that I'm wild in when I'm locked in, so I'm down in. So inspiring when I'm down in. The king from the veil. God, I'm excited cause I reignited. The fire is burning like hell. The talk of the streets, but the message ain't never delivered. Been checking the mail. You know that I'm wild in when I'm locked in, so I'm down in.
So inspiring when I'm down there, so I'm locked in.
Okay, my boy.
Oh, so
Yeah, my boy.
I
Give
got
it.
I actually I gotta give you props on that one. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear too many people that can spit lyrically on the level that you spit on and still be able to create a hook, a catchy hook, a conceptive hook that
Mm,
can actually go forward. You know what I mean? A lot of people that I came across that are highly lyrical on that level that you're on usually might struggle with a basic concept hook because they're usually deep thinkers, but you know how to switch it up and actually down stage it in order to generate that hook that you need to catch
mm,
the audience but still be highly lyrical at the same time. So that's really dope, man. That's really dope.
Thank you, thank you. It
For
means a
sure.
lot.
good today, man.
Uh, this this album, this project in general, I had a whole idea behind it before, I made some changes or whatever, I moved or whatever. So it this one is crazy because when I wrote it before I started it before I left that day. And by the time I got down here to where I was going, it was pretty much already done and tightened up. So this one is kind of like that warning is no longer a warning anymore. Like now it's time for like the king's reign of tyranny to happen.
Mm,
And like when I tried to be kind and understanding and be like, yo, come on, let's do this together. I
Cool.
got a bunch of extra stuff, a bunch of betrayal, if you don't mind me taking one of the names of your songs, because that's why I felt that one so much. A
mm,
Mm,
lot of a lot of emotions, a lot of anger, and I'm not an angry person. I like to be cool, calm, collected. I don't bother you, you don't bother me, But like, if we gonna do business, we gonna collab. We gonna do business, we gonna collab. That's what it is. I'm not wasting your time. You're not wasting mine. But that's just it. That's what this whole entire album is about. It's like, okay, I tried, but now I'm not trying anymore. Now I'm just going to take it. If I haven't already took it already, because like I said, I sit on the throne. I call it my home. I call it mi casa su casa. That's what I meant.
mm,
yeah.
Ain't nobody. I don't feel like I'm the best right now, but I do feel like ain't nobody going to take this crown from me. I've been waiting for quite some time and nobody stepped up. So I am patiently waiting here still.
I really think you definitely uh surpass because there's like levels to it. I can hear the level difference. I can hear it with that Looney. I can hear it with your music. There's different levels to it, and you could tell the difference between somebody who is independent and underground and somebody who was at the brink of that industry standard. And like it's just a certain sound and a certain ear and a certain way of presentation. And I feel like, both of y'all are on that industry standard sound. Like it's just a different way that the song comes across, the whole, assembly of the whole track itself and how it is presented. And I just really feel like you have a really industry standard sound to your music. And I really think it's dope because it's rare that you hear that from an independent artist or somebody who's just, underground and still coming up. Is you can really take your track and put it next to an industry track and you won't be able to tell the difference. And I
mm.
really think that's dope because that's a rarity to hear that.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
fire.
I
No,
really
yeah, for sure.
appreciate it, man. That's dope of you to say, man. I really appreciate it. then I appreciate your music and your craft too. Like because your music spoke to me too. Like I said, I'm a big music historian. Like I can see myself because like a lot of times it just be me just chilling, whatever, playing the game or whatever. So it's like, I got my other stuff I do or whatever, but most times it just be me chilling. And like sometimes I need that pick me up because it's like, like I love that type of music. It's just something about it where it's like,
It's a port.
yeah,
It's a portal to your mind.
Yeah,
So
that's a,
that,
yeah.
that's
that
what Timberland told me when he heard it. When he heard that celebration and he heard the other songs that I sang, he said, "You listen to this on the way to work, don't you?" I was like, "Yeah." I mean, that's basically when I listen to it. So it's like a really chill vibe. You know what I mean? I guess it's the OG in me. You know what I'm saying? I did all the crazy stuff, so I guess I'm in that chill mode all the time. I try to do something different every now and again just to get out of that basic standard mode. I do something like air it out or higher level, something that isn't. I do something that ain't so deep. I got other songs like air it out and sexy bad and some stuff like that.
yeah,
That are out of context of deep thought. But most of the songs I like to do is like really deep thought. Um, and I just figure out a concept to run with and just really run with it, man. I think that's where the passion is. That's where it's really felt for me is to really, sit down and just really be able to be in my deep thoughts with the pen and just really see what I can create and what I can come out with. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I highly appreciate you for that comment, man. That really goes a long way. And just this whole show has been an experience for me, which I highly appreciate.
For sure.
From Latin Looney for putting this
Same
together,
here,
man.
brother.
It's really
Yeah,
dope.
man. This went a lot better than I thought it was gonna go. But I was like, man, I like the verses too. So of course I'm gonna bring the verses back. But I also wanted to bring another aspect to the show where it's like, all right, it ain't always gotta be competition. Maybe we can just sit around and just vibe to some music, and then ask questions and figure out because a verses is cool, but we don't really get to interact with the artist as much in the verses as you do more than just listen to their music. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
feel like this was a good way to kind of get into y'all's brain and pick at it and kind of see what perspective y'all look at life from or how y'all come into music and stuff. So I thought it was pretty dope. So I
I
learned a
feel
lot from you guys today, man. So I felt like this was pretty fire. So I'm ready to do the next one and see who else we can get up on here, man. But I definitely love to have y'all back for sure, man. So
Oh yeah. A whole vibe,
Oh,
man.
yeah, for sure.
I really like his music. Like you got to send me the link, your artist name, man, so I can tap in.
Yeah, for
Because I
sure.
really like the music that you're presenting, the music that you're sending out there. It ain't nothing wrong with having another ear on your music, man. And I definitely listen to it.
thank you, and I definitely will, man. Now look, I'm also always down to collab. I'm always down to work. Like, so I love your music too. The first song that you played is like, ooh, I can hear myself singing that hook. Cause like I don't just rap, I can also sing too. Like,
Oh,
so a little negative information about me. So like I was all state and all county chorus for like 3 years straight. So I can sing too. That's
okay.
so like I have a singing background, but I enjoy rapping because I have a lot to say, and I feel like flowing is a lot more fluid for me than it is singing because singing you have to be more precise and on key here and there and this place has to be here and that place has to be up just a little bit and like so I understand the complexity of it. So for me, rapping is a bit more easier. I get to say that. So I'm always down to collab. I'm always down to follow back. I'm always down to show support. Always have, always do. I don't always be on social media because we talked about that shit earlier. If social media just didn't exist, we would all be fine.
Yeah, for sure.
So Yeah, definitely, man. We can definitely do some things, man.
Yeah, I think it would be a very complimentary track for
Yeah.
real. Because you have that higher delivery frequency. That I can't tend to reach that frequency, but you definitely you got a high frequency delivery, and with your high frequency delivery and my tone laid back style, I think they would be very complimentary on the track, and it would probably go a long way, man. I'm definitely going to be tapped in and look forward to hearing more and possibly working with you, man. Definitely.
Hey, that'd be
Yes,
fire.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
For sure.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Before we get up out of here, man, I want to give you guys an opportunity to talk about anything you got upcoming. Um, or make sure you plug in y'all socials, or just let the people know what y'all got going on here coming up in the next few months. I'll start with the guard. Let me know what you got going on, my boy.
All right. So basically, I go by the guard code red on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? You can tap in, look me up on any streaming platform. As far as what I got going on right now, I got the Christy Farley feature that I'm trying to tap in with. It's spoken word. It's a mixture of spoken word and hip hop. So I'm definitely trying some different things. I like variety. That's one thing that I'm working on. Outside of that, I'm tapped in with the Jamie Lynn jingle that I did for her mental health awareness podcast on Spotify. You can look that up. It's JAYME show on Spotify. Outside of that, I'm just working on my final chapter album. You know what I'm saying, and really assembling that. It's been a journey for that. It's been a while. Um, Outside of that, I got performance coming up at the fairgrounds with what is it, 250 Entertainment. Yeah, they pulling me back out there again, to do something out there on the 28th of June. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to being creative and really creating something decent for this performance and doing it a little bit different. I'm gonna try, you know what I'm saying? To bring a variety spin to that. But outside of that, that's pretty much what I got going on. Yeah, I can't think of yeah. And also the Kano J Bonds feature that I got, Antoine Collins feature that I got coming soon. They haven't dropped them yet, but they coming. But outside of that, just living, enjoying life, and enjoying the journey, man.
Big facts, big facts, big facts. Propane, what about you, my boy?
All right. We have a brand spanking new album coming out very soon. I had to push it back. It was supposed to come out I wanted to do it in April, but still have to go back and work out a couple of things. But that is definitely on the way. Maybe if you guys are lucky, you might get a little surprise EP from me in the next month or so. So,
Mm.
be on the lookout for that. We got a couple reels. We got a couple of scheduling things coming out as well for you guys to stay plugged in. Shout out to my man Latin Looney for having
Appreciate
me
you, appreciate
here. And also shout out to him because he is also going to be on my album as well. So that's going to be something very spectacular that I'm excited for. Also shout out to China Vaughn. We do in fact, I can confirm this, we do in fact have a joint project in the works. So
you. Mm.
that's something to be looking out for as well. Um, Shout out to my bro Guard. Shout out to my brother Perplexing. We got some stuff cooking up too there. So I'm just really looking forward to the next few months, man. We about to take off for real. So hit me up now while you can, while I have the time to write for features, collaborations, anywhere you can find me on G Propane 12, the Facebook. whatever the case may be, just hit me up.
Yeah,
I'm always available.
for sure. Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you guys, man. Like I said, man, this was a great show. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
But this was an amazing show, man. Like I said, we definitely got to tap back in to do it. This is something I'm going to try to do more often. I'm trying to make this a daily thing. Not sure yet, but we keep working stuff out, keep doing better as we progress and making the show better. I think y'all remember how we first started out, and
Yeah.
I feel like we've been upgrading a little bit on the show as well. So I feel like the show is always doing better, man. So I appreciate y'all for coming by, man. And
Yeah.
shout out to you, the guard code red, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Make sure we
For
say it
sure.
right. So y'all follow the guard code red. Y'all remember that? And then we
Yeah.
got
The
Propayne.
Barcode Red.
Yes, sir, man. So I appreciate you boys, man. We definitely gonna try to tap back in here soon. But without further ado, man, shout out to everybody that's watched today. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate everybody in the comments. Y'all went crazy in the comment sections. Y'all blew us up. My boy had a lot of what's his name? Christopher talking about Kanye Wild, but it was a real point. You know what I'm saying? The point was true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, man, appreciate you guys, man. And I guess we about to go ahead and end this stream for a bit. And appreciate everybody that joined in, man. Appreciate you guys.
Salute. For sure.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you. And let me go ahead and get this ending scene in so y'all can have a little bit of a outro. Let me see. This is what I want to put up right here. Oh, hold up. We're gonna do it like this. Yeah, that's what we want right here. I appreciate everybody that's joined, man. Latin Luney Tunes Radio, man. We out. Let's get it. Wait, wrong button. We out.
Fuck it, bro. Let's get it now. Yeah. This what you wanted. Look what you started. They wanted me to go dumb. But now I'm going retarded. Smoking gas for the dealer departed. Get my heart out and then I turn heartless. Got a back cold, now I'm cold-hearted. I'ma cloud these thoughts with smoke. Yeah, I do balance these lows. Put a smile on for the show. Just hope my feelings don't show. Drown all these sorrows and go. Let a diamond blind out hoes. With a tech night, keep it close. Cause I know they do the most. Let me focus on this cheese. Cause these hoes be trifling. Feel my spinner with this lean. Listen, humble, be too clean. When I step out on the scene, I know that they notice me. No gunner, but I keep it P. Just cause it causing B. This what you wanted. Look what you started. They wanted me to go dumb. But now I'm going retarded. Smoking gas for the dealer departed. Get my heart out and then I turn heartless. Got it back cold, now I'm cold-hearted. This what you wanted. Look what you started. They wanted me to go dumb. But now I'm going retarded. Smoking gas for the dealer departed. Get my heart out and then I turn heartless. Got it back cold, now I'm cold-hearted. Had second thoughts about loving me, baby. You took back the love that you gave me. I hated emotions, they slowly be driving me crazy. Your love is the only thing that could come save me. Fuck it's his birth, I've been solo so lately. I'm about to just pop, so I chase it on daily. Give me some love, but you did it so vainly. Don't turn around and come mess me with change me. Fuck it, feelings to the side. Count money and vibe. Fuck a 9 to 5. We out here living life. Running miles on flights. All these sleepless nights. Diamonds cut precise. I hope you got it right. This what you wanted. Look what you started. They wanted me to go dumb. But now I'm going retarded. Smoking gas for the dealer departed. Get my heart out and then I turn heartless. Got it back cold, now I'm cold-hearted. I'ma cloud these thoughts with smoke. Get high to balance these lows. Put a smile on for the show. Just hope my feelings don't show. Drown all these sorrows and go. Let a diamond blind out hoes. With a tech night, keep it close. Cause I know they do the most.